Hey everybody, just got home from work and stuff like that, changing my clothes. I'll put my camera on in a minute. Thanks for the early birthday wishes. Hey,
What's good? What up?
getting home. How you
That's what's
doing?
up. Chilling.
What a day. I don't understand why they put all these people in a small ass venue and call it a party and shit, but
Who knows, man?
as soon as I got there, they told me to move my fucking car.
Oh yeah.
So I asked the cop, so where am I supposed to move my car to? If you want me to move, he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, okay, you know what?
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Oh, I don't know. How was your day?
It was good.
You had a good Halloween night?
Yeah. Watched a lot of shit. A lot of stuff. Yeah, the Giants lost. I know. Thanks. Thanks, Ronnie. I know.
I forgot how short this album was and shit.
Huh?
What song was that? Police?
Khalees.
Yo, yesterday's review was funny as fuck.
It was. Definitely enjoyed it.
You said what?
So I definitely enjoyed it. That was just funny.
For real. Definitely want to try to order a speaker box this week.
You should do that.
I'm still laughing at that cafeteria beats.
We're gonna do that this month, yo.
Oh, for one do it this
This,
month?
yes,
Alright.
cause the anniversary for I'm hearing an echo.
Oh yeah, hold on. How about now?
Okay. The anniversary for the was it Hell Have No Fury? That's this month. So we're gonna do Lord willing, and then we'll do Hell Have No Fury.
I bet. Let me know when.
That's gonna be clips the clips week.
I'm ready.
Or we just make it a clips double review. You know.
Yeah, you said you'll do Lord willing. I'll do Hell Has No Fury.
Yes.
All right.
A clips double review
I'm ready.
on 2 different days.
I'm ready.
Because this is crazy that you feel like the Neptunes made cafeteria beats and.
On that album,
Where
they
you get
made
that from?
cafeteria beats. Yeah.
Okay, so what about in that whole time frame when they were doing Khalees' first album and Philly's Most Wanted? Were those
I
cafeteria beats?
I never heard Philly's Most Wanted.
You never heard that?
Nah.
That was a good album.
But Khalees, I heard some of Khalees' album. Cause like I said, I'm just now really getting into her music.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna lie, they made some of their best shit with Khalees, in my opinion.
Yeah, her best shit.
Those beats was not like the Clips beats.
So you prefer Kaleidoscope over Lord Willing?
Production wise, from the Neptunes, yes. I just don't see what everyone looks at when it comes to Lord, when it comes to production and shit. I just never fuck with that production.
Well,
I mean, I like the Clips, but I just never really fucked with Lord Willing like that. Hell, I'll even say it's overrated.
Wow. You're
I'm
crazy.
just like, this is what everyone's.
I hope Eric watches this later on if he's not here. I hope he watches this in comments.
I low-key hope he comes on tonight and shit, because I might stay on to like about 1:32 ish.
I want Eric to come on for that review we do, because this is retarded that you feel like they make cafeteria beats.
Come on, man. And people were like freestyling over that for many. I mean, I'm just like, give me the Me So Horny beat, man.
Wow. You're crazy.
Hell, give me the beat from Beanie Siegel's "Feel It in the Air." Niggas rap over that shit.
Yeah, but that wasn't Neptunes. That was Heavy D. We talking about Neptunes stuff.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
But Hell Has No Fear, I'm gonna be more nice on that album and shit.
Oh boy.
That's that Drug Talk album. I disagree, Ronnie. I do not feel like they're overrated. But I don't feel like they're underrated either. That's the thing.
Where are they?
They're right where they need to be. They get their.
Hey, what is that? Where are they ranked?
They get their love. They get their criticisms. It's the right balance.
Where are they ranked at? In top duos all the time. Where are they at?
Shit. Definitely not my top 10.
Oh wow. Duos, they definitely right there. Definitely.
Shit. Are you talking about Clips or Two Life Crew?
I'm talking about the Clips.
Oh well. Oh,
best
Clips like
rap duos all time.
Top 15 for me.
Top 15?
Yeah.
I want to know the other 14 you got in front of them.
I mean,
Holy shit. Top 15. Are they in the same class with MOP and Das Effects?
You know what? I would put them there.
Yeah.
I would put them there, yeah. I would definitely. But I'm not going to put them EPMD level.
Okay. Gangstar, Pete Rock and C.O. Smooth?
Not touching.
No?
Not touching it.
Wow. I think we might have to do a episode of that, yo.
Hey. Hell, I even got salt and pepper over them and shit.
This dude, man.
I mean, I'm being honest. Like,
You got salt and pepper over the Clips. Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard Black Magic before? Like,
Yeah, I believe I have that album, Reg. Yes, I have. Yeah,
Like,
it sounds familiar. So they're not top 10 to you? They're top 15? Who's in
I
the
mean,
15?
I never said
You said you just said they top 15.
yeah, they're top 15, but like they might be 12 or 11. Hell, maybe they might be even 10 and shit. So there's 15 numbers in the top 15.
Yo.
There's 14 possible ways they can be in it, but they're just not number one.
Wow. Who's number one?
And my favorite duo of all time
Yeah.
in hip hop history,
Yes.
Eric B and Rakim.
Okay.
It's Eric B and Rakim, Gangstar, EPMD, Raekwon and Ghostface.
Ray and Ghost. You got
Yes, Ray and
Wow.
Ghost. Yes, Ray and Ghost.
Is Westside and Conway on here?
They're gonna be my top 20.
Okay.
Hell,
They really don't.
I even got Lord Jamar and Sadat X. To be real with you.
Lord
Yes.
Jamar, they're not on a duo though. They're part of a
But-
group.
See, let me explain. They carried their own when fucking Pooba left.
And then he came back.
Yeah, then he came back, but
Mhm.
I'm talking about like when we talk about In God We Trust and Everything Is Everything. Oh, Mobb Deep is number 5, Sam. Definitely. They're like the creme de la creme when it comes to that shit.
No Outkast. No UGK.
Outkast
CNN
is in my top 10.
ain't making my top 10. Hell no. They got one classic album.
CNN's top 30.
No, they're not that low for me. They're like top 15 for me, not top 10. Top 30. What the fuck? Who's the 20 groups in front of them?
To be honest, you want to be crazy? I mean, I'll put Third Base over Capone and Noriega.
What? Wow.
I love Capone and Noriega. I love them,
Holy
but
shit.
Third Base grew on me and shit. So
Third
hey,
base.
just because they're white, like
No, it have nothing to do with that. Nope. I'm going by the music. I don't think Third Base better than CNN, but damn. Shit. You said top 30. Lords of the Underground. Are we not including the DJs? Because these groups I'm hearing is like, yeah, but Lords of the Underground is not a duo if you include the DJ.
oh, you
That's a
talking
trio.
about the Run DMC? No, with Run DMC, like two mics, two MCs, and a DJ.
Right.
They don't count.
They don't count? The DJ don't count?
Well, are you talking about like a duo, like Eric
I'm
B.
talk-
Rakim?
Like,
or,
yes, like a Gangstar. Like, if you
Yeah.
talk about Lords of the Underground, that's 3 people.
I'm talking about MC, DJ. That's what I'm talking about.
EPMD is 3 people. It's 3 DJ Scratch.
Technically, EPMD. Yes, people must say he's the third member, but at the same time, it's still Eric and Parrish in the
Okay,
name.
so why when it comes to Run DMC they include Jam Master Jay and everybody else is just
That's
a duo?
because I consider them a group.
What everybody else is a group. EPMD, that's a group.
Yeah, but see, DJ Scratch
They
didn't
never-
come in until like the business as usual. Cause you forget the K-Law boss dude from
Right.
the Strictly Business.
Okay,
Forget about him.
they always include DJ Scratch,
Yeah.
Spinderella,
Well, that's a different story right there.
you know.
Heck, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
What is Onyx? So they're a trio because they started off as 4 people.
They're a group.
They're a group,
Yes.
so they're not a trio. They're just a group.
Because people forget about Big DS.
But yeah, well, he was only on the first album,
Yeah, and then it became a trio with
Mhm.
Sansi, Sticky, and a Fredro.
right?
I'm like Method Man and Redman is 2 motherfuckers.
No, they're not. Are they an official group?
Yes.
They are?
official. Yes.
They're official group.
They're official.
I never looked at them like a group. They just like 2 niggas that made an album together.
Well, technically, they were official because they made an album together. They done movies together and shit like that.
That's the best shit you get out of Method Man is when Redman is with him.
I wouldn't go that far because
After his first 2, I don't think he made anything good after that.
I mean, solo wise, yes, I agree, but I don't want to say Redman. He needs the benefit on Redman to get ahead. I don't want to go.
Redman made his best shit with him. Like Method Man, when you think Method Man shit after the first 2 albums, like his best shit is with Redman. You know what I'm saying? Like even on the that Mathematics album, the best shit is with Meth and Red on here. People totally forgot about the other clan members on that album. Young Guns, nah, Young Guns ain't making my list. Hell, fucking no. They didn't have no classic album.
I got Kid and Play over Young Guns.
Definitely.
And yeah,
Definitely.
I'm being dead ass serious too about
So
that.
am I. Definitely.
Yeah.
Young Guns ain't got no classic album. Helter Skelter, yes, for sure.
I'm gonna go on about 5 more minutes and shit.
Cactus album is dope, but better than the War Report? Hell,
Hell
fucking
no.
no.
Hell
Hell
no.
fucking yeah, and you picked them over CNN, so I don't understand that.
Because, like I said, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Capone was not really one of my favorites in the group.
Prime Minister wasn't lyrically great either in Third Base.
You talking about
Pete Nice. Pete Nice wasn't great lyrically. It was
I
all about
disagree.
Search. What?
I disagree.
You thought Pete Nice was better than Search?
I felt like Nice was better than Search on certain tracks,
Wow.
but I felt like Search stepped his game up with the Darylils of Darylac, that album and shit.
Devilix.
Yeah.
Devilix of Dalek was great, but I still got War put over that shit.
Oh, definitely,
And Reunion over that.
definitely.
Pete Nice? I never felt like Pete was great lyrically. I just felt like he was there for show. It was really about Search, you know, getting his political views across America. You know, and doing the snake and the wop and all that shit. He was
Out
he used
on
to
an
dance.
island.
He used to dance.
Who else?
No. Yes, I said that already. His first two were great. After that, I don't like nothing else he had. His best shit is with Redman. Blackout 1, Blackout 2, How High soundtrack. That's
Yeah,
his best shit with Redman.
P-Rock and C.O. Smooth most definitely.
Yes. They top 3 for me. They top 3.
Run the Jewels.
No, they're not top 3 for me. I'm talking about Pete and CL is top 3 for me.
I know. I just Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels? Yeah, they okay. They okay. I'm not big on them. I like Killer Mike by itself, and I like LP by itself. I don't care for Run the Jewels like that. They okay.
Cannibal Ox.
Yes. Slept on.
Very slept on. That Cobain issue was coming. Man.
Slept on, definitely.
Audio 2.
No.
Yeah, that second album was trash.
Yeah. 8 Ball and MJG.
Most
No.
definitely.
Outkast for sure, definitely top 3.
Yo, yeah, Outkast. I'm trying to think of that. Black Star.
For one album?
It's not just one album. They did songs together.
Yeah, but they have one great album together. Talib's only classic with Mos Def.
It's either that or Reflection Eternal.
A great album. That it's not a Talib album though. It's he had help.
Nice and smooth.
I don't know. Black Star, I don't know. But one album, I don't know.
I'm not the biggest Nice and Smooth
No.
fan, but I respect the impact.
Dog Pound had one classic album, and they're making my list. They right there with Black Star.
Technically, Dog Pound is a group if you count Nate Dogg and Lady of Rage and Snoop.
Well, there's only Daz and Corrupt on the Dog Food album cover, so
That was how they were marketed, but the whole Dog Pound is the whole collective.
it's a group. So Snoop and Nate Dogg is in it. Nice and Smooth, they underrated, but they're not making my list.
But Ronnie, I definitely hear what you said about Dog. I'm not trying. I'm just being.
No, we talking about people that's top 10, not underrated motherfuckers. The Nice and Smooth is underrated.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
Let me pull up this album cover. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely November 1st? This is the second to last month of the year. One day before my birthday, just my boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
And the album we are going to do today is Treacherous 3 with their first album, self-titled, which was released in 1984. Pretty much, I'm just going to be real, this album was pretty much made of like 12-inch singles that they dropped when they were on the Enjoy Records, and then they also record like half the album. It's like half the album is 12 inches, and the other half is shit that they've done was the Sugar Hill Records, which we'll get to that. Yeah, this album came out on Sugar Hill. The singles album is known for was Body Rock, At the Party, Feel the Heartbeat, Turning You On, UFO. Pretty much the whole album. I'm just gonna be real. Yeah. So I really cannot wait to talk about this album and shit because it's actually something different we're actually doing. A hip hop album before 1996. Well, scratch that. A hip hop album before 1988.
Before the 90s.
When he was still street. Like
Right.
let's just be real. When he was still street.
Right.
And I'm actually glad because it's the first time we're actually talking about Kool Moe Dee 2 and his music actually and shit, which cannot wait to talk about this album. Like, even though the album cover kind of looks like,
I don't know what you
it's like I be loving these old hip hop album covers back in the day. It's like they just don't give no fucks and shit. Like,
right.
they be having them niggas that be trying to look all tough and shit. Then they have that one nigga that just like try to look all feminine and shit. Yeah, man. Treacherous 3. Special K, LA Sunshine, Kool Moe Dee, Spoonie G. How did you get into Treacherous 3?
Shit, that was like, I want to say like late 80s. I was never a Kool Moe Dee fan. Like, just because I loved LL so much and that was the big thing back then was that he had beef with LL and I was always, a LL fan. So I never really cared for Moe Dee like that, even though like I knew a lot of his songs and stuff. But Treacherous 3 was like, one of those early like rap groups, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a huge fan of like, Run DMC and Houdini, UTFO, Fat Boys, and Treacherous 3 to me were like underrated even at that point.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember hearing the Get Up song. I remember hearing that joint. That was like one of my favorites from them. And then like they took some time off or something happened where they had like a long layoff, and I remember them coming back in the 90s with they second album. And at that time, like when they came back, it was like a whole different landscape. And I felt like they were out of place when they came back out with the second one. You know what I'm saying? Because they just took so many time. It was like weird. It was like weird watching them on like Rap City and shit in the 90s. I'm like, yo, like these dudes are so out of place now, with the way that the climate, yeah, like the way that the climate of music had changed. And I'm like, yo, they waited too long. But like for 80s, like pure 80s rap, like they were definitely one of the best. And Moe Dee was clearly the star of that group, and he showed it on this album, and it was dope. It was definitely good times as a kid, like listening to like early 80s rap and not even knowing what to expect a decade later, but this was great.
Definitely. Before I give my opinion, I just want to say that Feel the Heartbeat 94 remix, I love how they flipped that sample and that beat.
Yeah.
Stuff like they gave like a more 95, 94 flavor and shit.
Right.
That's an album, I've seen that album in like online stores. It's kind of expensive to be honest.
Yeah. All of this shit.
Well, this shit's kind of cheap from what I
It's
looked
cheap?
at.
Really?
Like, it's relatively, like, I saw it for like 12, 20.
Wow.
But vinyl is expensive on vinyl and shit.
Of course. Because that's all it was back then. There was no CDs, and cassettes were like just coming in, so.
Yes. Alright, so, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna mostly give my introduction on Kool Moe Dee because I got into the Treacherous a little later, and I'll explain.
Yeah.
So when I talk about Kool Moe Dee, I'm kind of like one of them niggas that I like Kool Moe Dee. When I first heard him, I've always just had, oh, this is a nigga that beefed with LL,
right,
and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then got into his music. Of course, I got his book that There's a God on the Mic,
right,
where he just like the top 50 MCs. We definitely gotta talk about this book one day because it's a very controversial book.
Mm-hmm.
This could be a special inside a zine or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And when it comes to the Treacherous 3, I like them because of the fact that they were ahead of the time lyrically compared to like a lot of the other groups pre-Run DMC.
Right.
Like, yeah, you had Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 like Melly Mel and all that, but the Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, it's like they were more showmanship, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They were more on that showmanship. These niggas, Treacherous 3, were definitely like on more street lyrical street and shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of crazy too because you know I was never really a big Spoonie G fan. Be keeping a buck with you
Man.
and stuff like that, you know, because I thought the whole love rap song was kind of corny. I don't know.
Right.
But like now, it's like looking back now, it's just like yeah, they were kind of like the cats that really set the boundaries down when it came to like lyrical rap, like the transitional period. Because a lot of the shit they were saying, like if you listen to even some like their live performances, you know, when they were trying to get Furious 5 to battle and shit, a lot of the shit that they were doing, MCs like Karis One, MCs like you know Tretch was doing years later, that whole multi-syllabic kind of shit, and that's one of the main reasons why I feel like Kumo D. There's sometimes I feel like he does not really get his just due sometimes because he was really the first MC that really transitioned from that 79 to 84 period, and he transitioned to like the late 80s because a lot of those motherfuckers like you know the Fat Boys and the Grandmaster, you know they didn't really transition well into like the Houdini didn't really transition well into like the 90s and shit too, like late 80s 90s and stuff, you know what I'm saying. Speaking of Fat Boy, that's another one we definitely gotta give respect to.
Yes, I told you I had a conversation with Cool Rock C last week.
Yep, I saw some.
You saw it? You was in there?
I mean, I saw some. I was at work when that happened.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. He was hilarious. He was funny, yo.
Yeah, I heard.
He had jokes on a lot of people. That was awesome. It was awesome to just like talk to him for like a whole hour, man. That was crazy.
Definitely. I like when like a lot of these like hip hop veterans like they like just do now when it comes to podcasting shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like, and like with Kumo D, if there was not no Kumo D, you wouldn't have cats like you know Killer Priest.
Right.
You wouldn't have cats like Pharaoh Monch. You know, people neglect to really focus on his legacy, and we're going to talk about his albums like some down the line, maybe December-ish, maybe. But I really just want to talk about this Treacherous 3 album because it's just the cornerstone, the blueprint of like what's to come.
Right.
So, who are the Treacherous 3? So they were a hip hop group, like I mentioned. It consists of Special K, LA Sunshine, Kumo D. And they also have a DJ called DJ Easy Lee. And you know they were friends, you know, growing up in high school, middle school, and whatnot. And so they met Spoonie G. And so you know Spoonie G, he was like also affiliated, like an original member of the Treacherous 3 and stuff like that. But once he became like successful with the love rap and all that shit, you know, kind of like broke away and stuff like that. But he was still down with Treacherous 3 because they still shouted him out on a couple of things too. And so they got to deal with Enjoy Records. And so Enjoy Records, you know, I think that was like the label owned by Bobby Robinson and stuff like that. And I think like Bobby Robinson, I want to say he was the one that was married to Sylvia Robinson. Let me double check. I want to no that was Joe Robinson. Excuse me, that was Joe Robinson. But yeah, so they had to deal with Enjoy, and that's when they were doing songs like you know Feel the Heartbeat. They were doing songs like you know Body Rock and stuff like that. And Body Rock, that was like probably the first, or if not one of the first hip hop records to actually combine hip hop and rock together.
Right.
A lot of people want to say Run DMC's Rock Box, Walk This Way, which that just gets its due, but Treacherous 3 were the first niggas to really do that shit. Another group, Cold Crush Brothers. That was another group that was just on the same lane as Treacherous 3 and shit. Like, shout out to Grandmaster Cass, by the way.
Yep.
So, next thing you know it, they weren't getting no money. They weren't, cause you know a lot of hip hop acts at that time, they were signing like these contracts. They weren't really getting that much money, and so all they received was, from what I looked up, was like $3,000. So they ended up, you know, signing to Sugar Hill Records in '81. And then they had a song called Whip It, which featured Felipe Wayne from the Spinners and stuff like that. And around this time too, they were working on stuff, and they took the 12-inch singles, like the popular ones, and then they recorded some new material on this album and stuff like that too. So
Right.
to put it bluntly, this album is like a compilation in a weird way and stuff like that too, which is not a bad thing because like a lot of hip hop albums, early hip hop albums, doing that shit because it's kind of like when R&B in the '60s, it was like mostly based on like singles to promote like the artists and their music and shit like that too. And so it was also around this time too where it was notorious that Sylvia Robinson was not really I mean, she had her shady tactics too when it came to Sugar Hill Records. Like,
Right.
yeah, man. And I was writing a chapter about her on my thesis and stuff too. So, yeah, man. So Special K and L.A. Sunshine, they didn't want to sign to Sugar Hill Records, but Kumo D, he was still right. He still had writing credits and stuff like that too. And so that was pretty much the breakup of the original Treacherous 3 because they tried to record around the late '80s, mid to late '80s, but Kumo D, he felt like Special K's rhymes was not really that good, when they were trying to do the song "Gotta Rock" and stuff. So that's when the emergence of Kumo D, and so they appeared on Wild Style, classic hip hop movie, Beat Street, and stuff like that too. And so Kumo D ended up having his solo career, and the rest is history.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, this album has 6 songs. Ronnie says Spoonie G is the godfather of hip hop. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. He's one of the godfathers and shit. To me, I would say like Ruby Ray Moore, the Dolomite. He's to me the godfather of hip hop and shit. Because a lot of motherfuckers we know would try to like rap like Dolomite, and Big Daddy Kane was one of them and shit. Snoop Dogg. Like hip hop really gave love for Dolomite more than at the time when Dolomite was really popping and shit. Let's just say that.
Right.
But yeah, I do see what you say about that, Ronnie. So 6 songs this album has. This might be one of the shortest reviews we've ever done, but you know what? I don't really give a fuck because I'm glad I'm doing this. And like I said before, like the first 3 songs are like the Sugar Hill stuff. You know what I'm saying? So track number 1, Get Up. I like the beat. The beat was pretty good. It had like a very techno. I can see this shit more with like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five,
Right.
especially like around the time when they done that White Lions Don't Do It track and stuff too. So I wouldn't have started the album off with this, but it's a decent track.
It's cool. It has a real retro sound to it. A nice beat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like one of my favorites. I wouldn't have started off the album with this though. This could have been like the middle track for me.
Right.
But it was cool.
Yeah, it was alright. Then we have Turning You On. Again, another track where it was okay, but I can see why they did not want to sign to Sugar Hill Records.
Wow.
Because, like, when it comes to Sugar Hill Records at that time, they were really trying to go for that, trying to adapt more to that, how can I put this? They were using live instrumentation,
Yeah.
but at that time they were trying to get into the whole new wave crowd
Right.
and stuff like that. Especially like when you have Kumo D like having that deep, like that robotic like deep voice kinda
Right.
and shit like that too. But it doesn't really become evident until the next track, which yeah we'll talk about that. But Turning You On is an alright track.
Yeah, it had a dope beat. That was definitely one of my favorites on here. Enjoyed the whole melody of it, and the rhyming was dope as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, now it's the next track, UFO. Okay. This was a very experimental track. So it's pretty much them rapping, but they are like in each robotic voices because
Right.
of course UFO.
Right.
Lyrically, if you was to take away the robotic voice, it would have been a dope track. But again, when it comes to like a lot of hip, if you're gonna do space rap, ultramagnetic MCs were the best niggas to do that kind of shit. Like Cool
Right.
Keith was the best nigga. Like that's why I didn't really care for that MC Shan song when he was talking about stars and astronomy. I was like, this is not you, nigga. Like you more like kill that noise,
Right.
all that shit, you know. I still love that MC Shan impression.
Oh Lord.
But
Yo.
yeah, Ronnie said this is my favorite song. Oh wow, okay. Well, this is my least favorite song off the album. I hate to break it down.
Wow. Oh man. It was what we got, UFO?
UFO
What number is that?
number 3.
I thought number 3 was Action.
Hold on, what version you listening?
The six song version?
Yeah, I was listening to the 6 song. I had Get Up, Turn You On, UFO, Body Rock, Feel the Heartbeat, and At the Party.
No, I don't have that on here. I have Whip It, Yes We Can, Action, Get Up, Turning You On, and Turn It Up.
Oh wow, they dropped 2 versions. Okay.
There's 2 different versions of the album?
I want to say, hold. You say you have Action and Whip It.
Yeah. Whip It is the first track.
Well, I saw the first track was Get Up.
Get Up was the 4th track.
Okay, so, well, you can say your thoughts on Whip It and Action because I never even heard those tracks.
Hold on, what's the? I thought we already talked about Whip It. Wasn't that the first track we talked about?
No, we talked about Get Up. I said
That was
Get
Get
Up.
Up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm confused. I thought we talked about Whip It first. Okay, Get Up was dope. I had like a spacey melody. I like that one. What track? What number is Whip It?
Well, the version I'm listening, I heard I don't have Whip It, but I can look up on Discog.
Oh, you don't have it at all? Okay.
Nah.
Why would they have 2 different versions? That don't make sense.
Yeah, that's weird. See, like I said, a lot of hip hop albums weren't really marketed that well and shit. I
Right.
guess when they dropped it on CD,
Right.
maybe, but still.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me check something out. Okay, so I heard the vinyl version and stuff.
So the vinyl got more songs than the CD?
No, the vinyl everything got 6 songs and stuff.
I got 6 here though, but it's just different songs?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. Well, did you at least hear Body Rock, Feel the Heartbeat, and At the Party?
Nope, they ain't even on here.
What the fuck?
They got other songs on here.
Wow. Okay. Mm,
Body Rock I know, 'cause that was like sampled so many times.
yeah.
I know that one. They don't got none of the other ones on there. They got like different songs on here.
Okay. Well, so you can just say your thoughts on Whip It in Action, and I'll give my thoughts on the last 3.
I didn't like I didn't like the Whip It beat. That sounded like it didn't even sound like rap. It sounded like some like disco type of rap, disco type of 80s retro shit. It didn't even sound like a rap song. Action was dope. I like the beat for that, and when Special K said and next on the list, since you insist, Special K with the shot that just won't miss. I liked his lines, and those were dope.
Was Whip It the one with like the dance band? Like
The dance band?
It was like you let it whip, you gotta whip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
Okay, I thought so.
But that one was track number 1 on there for me.
That's weird as fuck. Alright, well, the Body Rock, that's a classic song right there. It's been sampled a lot of times and stuff. Nice little. That's like one of the earliest songs that they came out with, like around 80, 81.
Right.
Feel the Heartbeat. That's my favorite track they've ever put out. Like that Heartbeat sample by Tenor Gardner
Yeah.
has been used plenty of times.
Yep.
Most specifically like De La Soul for that Buddy remix and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
Easy E for Radio and stuff. I mean, this is a timeless song, and I love the way they were rapping on that track, especially with the line when Mo D says, not more. Well, they'll all sing because it was all back and forth and shit. Like, oh yeah, actually yeah. Apt to adapt to any hand clap. I could change my rap at a finger snap. With the slip of the lip, I can move your hip on an ego trip. Ain't that a blimp? Going up and down, I'm a talk of the town. I'm a world renowned with the MC crown. Like, listen to that rhyme scheme, man. Like,
Yep.
impeccable and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Ronnie said, Felipe Wayne made the Whip It track. Mm.
Felipe Wayne.
Yeah,
The Spinners.
the dude from the Spinners and shit.
Right.
But yeah, and the last track at the party, it was a nice track. You know what I'm saying? Nice little, early '80s party hip hop kind of track.
Right.
So yeah, that's the whole of the album.
YouTube don't be having a lot of these '80s albums, or they have it in like the wrong order.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's YouTube and shit. Cause
Yeah.
what I think that they did was they put out the popular 12-inch singles,
Right.
and they try to make it seem like that's the whole fucking album and shit. But because that's not the only album they done that shit to.
Right.
So.
It's crazy.
But yeah, overall, this is an early hip hop classic to me. It's not the most perfect thing. Like the Sugar Hill stuff and the Enjoy stuff are two pretty distinctive when you come listening to it.
Right.
But at the same time, it was just like the rapping and just the impact that this album left was something that hip hop wasn't really ready for at that time because they were still on that whole party Busy Bee kind of ordeal, which ironically Kumo D wiped Busy Bee in that battle and stuff like that too and shit. So, but yeah, man. Overall, I'll probably give this a 4 out of 5.
Dope. See, this is why '80s rap is important, because when you try to stream it, they don't even got the damn albums on streaming. You know what I mean? It's terrible. But I enjoyed the songs that I heard. I thought they were great. It remind me, like I said, it remind me of like just being like 5, 6 years old and carrying them, in the street and all that. And definitely great legends. These niggas need to be in the Hall of Fame, man.
I agree.
You gotta salute them now. Don't wait till they pass, So I enjoyed the album.
Yeah, definitely enjoy it. And it's officially my birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Appreciate it. Hey, my
Are you
mom's
playing music?
I'm gonna call talk to my mom right quick.
Alright, cool. Yes, definitely. A lost era, yo. It's not my birthday. It's Reg's birthday. My birthday's in March, man. Happy birthday, Prodigy. Oh yeah, Prodigy's the same day. That's right. I forgot about that. Stevie Wonder. Oh, and your Stevie voice. Yep. I don't know what happened to Alpo. I don't care. He's dead. I didn't follow Alpo. I got family that knew him. I don't know him like that. I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you. He got killed. They make that supposedly he was in protective custody. I mean, he could have got that. Sound like a setup. If you in under witness protection and you in custody or whatever, that could have been like an inside job or whatever. Maybe somebody on the inside, you know, a cop or something didn't like him and they wanted him dead. That's what it sounded like to me, but I don't know. Really couldn't tell you. I would have to ask my cousins, you know, because they knew him and shit. You know, when they used to live in Harlem, they knew him and they grew up with him. I don't know the nigga like that. I've only heard stories. Yes, my mother saw Luther Vandross. She still has the backstage pass actually. I'll show it on here one day. She met him met him backstage. Saw him many times in concert. Brother Encino was good, yo. Better rap crew, Juice Crew, or Public Enemy. I love Public Enemy though. Juice Crew was great. That's one of the like first like great collectives like put together. Like even now like still is like I would have loved to see Cool G rap at the verses with them because that would have been an epic moment, you know, and just to see them together like Kane and Roxanne and I was that and Craig G and Master Ace and shit. Biz should have been here for that too. Was good. Teddy Pendergrass? No, she didn't meet Teddy Pendergrass. I don't know if she saw him in concert. That's something I gotta ask her. I don't. She been to a lot of shows like me, so I don't. Maybe she has in the past. I don't remember her saying that she met him. She might have seen him in concert though. Public that would have been a great battle. Juice Crew against Public Enemy. Wow. Yeah. What do you think happened to Alpo? Antoine, what do you think happened to him? I mean, all I heard was that he was in witness protection. He was in custody. He was under a fake name, and he got shot. So I don't know. That sounds like it was a setup to me, but I haven't heard all the details. That just came out today, like what they were talking about. Yeah, he got killed on Halloween night, just like Jam Master Jay got killed on Halloween night. At least they caught the killers for Jam Master Jay. Finally, I don't know about the Alpo thing. That could be a street thing. It could be an inside job. I don't know.
Yes, finally. Had to let mama pray for me right quick and shit.
Right. What do you think happened to Alpo?
I'm just gonna lie, it's just street shit.
You think it's street shit? You don't
Hell
think it was a
yeah.
setup?
I feel like somebody caught him at his weakest moment, and boom, they got him.
Well, they said he was under witness protection with a fake name or whatever. Like his driver's license, everything.
People can always find somebody in witness protection. Trust me.
Right. So you don't think it was an inside job?
Nah,
I don't know.
but yeah.
Which New York boroughs was the most dangerous? That depends on who you ask. I mean, people will say the Bronx, people will say Queens, they say Brooklyn, Harlem. That depends on who you ask.
Oh, Ronnie Kumo D. Shit, man. Y'all ready for this versus video game thing?
Are you gonna watch it?
I'm gonna work that day. I'd rather see like two rappers or two somebody's going after each other in video games, but
Big Boy? I didn't know Big Boy was a gamer.
I heard he was a gamer. I know
Is he?
Big Sean was a gamer.
That explains a lot.
But if they're gonna do this shit, they need to bring the classics out, man.
Well, how do they? What? Yeah, they playing Call of Duty. I'm like, that's all y'all playing?
Right,
That's
Call of
like
Duty, like niggas play Call of Duty all the time. Like they got the
Exactly.
Smash Brothers.
Right.
Then y'all gonna have Migos if all people perform and shit.
I'm not looking forward to that. I might not even watch it.
I mean, to be like I said, I don't mind them going to different avenues, but just don't forget about other artists that need to deserve their love and shit. You know?
Is Rich dead? Is Porter dead or no?
Porter who?
Rich Porter, is he dead?
I didn't hear nothing about him being dead.
I don't know. I don't know the situation with Alpo and Rich, so I really couldn't tell you. Migos of all people, of all people. What's next? They're gonna have like a fucking Fortnite versus and shit.
Boy, if they do Fortnite, hell no. I try to play Fortnite.
I feel like that's next because Call of Duty that's still huge. I feel like Fortnite gonna be the next thing.
I try to play Fortnite. I cannot get into it. I was like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? Building up fucking forts and shit. Like y'all must have forgotten RuneScape, right? Okay, all right.
Mm. Oh, he died in the 80s. Okay. Kumo D Wild Wild West or Will Smith Wild Wild West? No, I definitely love Kumo D's version.
Yeah, I love both versions, but that Kumo D version is cold as fuck. I used to go downtown, up 29th Street parties.
Right.
I love that flow. Convicts. that video where he was walking in that fucking coat, man. And that's top five hip hop videos ever.
In the snow.
Yes. Wild Wild West.
That's all good.
Wow. Like that whole Knowledge is King album was his toughest album lyrically.
What up?
They Want Money. I think they had it once, like, all night long. Huh?
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe they're trying to include the newer artists into the versus thing. I don't know why they're doing it.
I mean, her performed at D'Angelo's concert.
What are they getting out of it though? Are they getting like a trophy or anything? What are they getting out of it? Are you getting a trophy for playing Call of Duty? You know?
Boy, if they do 2K, man, it's gonna be. I don't know, man. I'm just tired of 2K. This is the same shit every game. It's like an iPhone. It's the same shit, but niggas get excited about it.
I don't know. I want to see how it go. How they do it. Where they having it at anyway? Is it at home or is it actually somewhere you gotta?
I heard it's actually somewhere and stuff.
Oh, so it's gonna be like a competition thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they got like Major League Gaming and those gaming championships. Like I used to watch those sometimes. I guess they're trying to do something like that. I need a haircut. That was great. We did a review on that like years ago.
My favorite Biz album, next to Going On.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Low key, I'm not even gonna lie. All samples cleared is actually. I might have to put that up there with Going Off too, cause
Right.
that was just like that was an album where I kind of felt like Biz just did what he did best, like
Right.
Let Me Turn You On, Young Girl Blues,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. It was just like him making fun
That was
of
dope.
the whole sample shit, but at the same time, '93 was just a crazy year for hip hop and stuff too. So everything was just hot. Like it was either good, classic, or Yeah.
Christian, what's good? Q, what's up? Q says, what is the worst Christmas movie?
Any Hallmark movie.
Oh Lord. Worst Christmas movie? I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of. I've seen the movies I've seen have been great though. A Christmas Story, that's a classic.
Oh well, that's the classic. Yeah.
Um,
Batman Returns.
oh, that is not a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
It came out in the summer though. I'm talking about like Christmas movies that was made for Christmas.
If it
Die
takes
Hard. So a lot of people say Die Hard. Was it Die Hard 1 or 2?
Die
Was for
Hard
Christmas. Gremlins was a Christmas movie. I actually went to see that when I was little, when that came out. That was a great Christmas film. Um, what's the one that Chris Brown did?
This Christmas.
I didn't like that one. So I guess that would be the worst one. Then I like that one.
What?
Nah, I didn't care for it.
Oh, you bullshit.
That's when they just threw in all R&B star just to
Wait.
throw him in there.
Wait a
'Cause
minute.
he was-
you had
he was
Idris
good.
Elba, Loretta Devine,
Okay.
Regina King,
A good cast.
Laz
but-
Alonso, my nigga, David Banner.
When they make these, look, you know how many Christmas movies is coming out this year? They said like 50. With
Yeah, 'cause
different,
everything's going on streaming and shit.
yes, with different R&B. I saw one with Terrence J, and I think Redman is in it. I'm like, Redman and Terrence J is doing a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
I'm not watching it. So, I feel like the Christmas films for our people are like the same shit over and over that we've seen in other films. You know. No, that's a pass for me. That's a pass. If it's not Christmas Story or Gremlins or even Krampus, Krampus was I like Krampus.
I didn't care for him.
You didn't care for Krampus?
Nah.
My only issue with Krampus is they didn't show the actual Krampus monster a lot in the film. But it's been a minute since we had like a good Christmas horror film. Like they don't do it. Like they try to do it and it come off whack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really a big fan of I liked Elf. You ever seen Elf?
That's the one with Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah, that was funny. Bad Santa was funny.
That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing a Christmas movie.
Well, Redman, he's a good actor. I mean,
No, he's not. Come on, what?
comedic wise.
No, he's not. Have you seen Cedar Chucky? He was terrible in that.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
No, that's the worst one. That's the worst one in the Chucky franchise, yo. No, I'm not watching that one. Alpha was good, yeah, that was funny. He's a good actor. You think Redman is a good actor, Sam?
I mean, comedic acting takes a lot of skill with comedic timing.
Well, he ain't been in that many movies though to show his comedic. I mean, other than How High, I thought he was funny in that.
Remember he was in that episode of Jamie Foxx show with Method Man and shit?
Yeah, but you know, I'm talking. He needs to do more films though. You know what I'm saying? Like Method Man is doing big time shit. Redman needs to do more films. He's gonna be on Go. Oh yeah, that's right. He's gonna be on season 2 of Ghost. Well, hopefully we get to see like his acting skills on that. You love Cedar Chucky? No, I didn't like that one. Not good.
I'd rather watch. No, actually, I would never watch Son of the Mask.
I have huh?
I would never watch. I was gonna say I would rather watch Son of the Mask than Cedar Chucky.
I want to see if they bring back the actual Chucky's actual kid in the show, because he mentioned the kid last week on episode 3. He mentioned the kid on the show, so I want to see if they bring him back, because they bringing back Tiffany. But he died, right? I thought the kid died and oh yeah, you didn't see Cedar Chucky. I thought the kid died and he came back. But I haven't seen him since part 5, so I think hopefully they bring him back with a different look. See the Chucky Redman, yes, that's the one we're talking about.
Shit.
If he's on Power, he had to he had to really impress 50 Cent to be on Power. So maybe he's good. Maybe you feel like he's good at that point. So I want to see what he does on Power.
Well, not everyone can act, because Lala Lala wasn't the best actress and shit, but
She wasn't, but she's on a whole bunch of shit. She was on the first episode of BMF.
the sexy ass.
She was on the Wu Tang Hulu series season 2. She was on Power. Like she was on a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, she's getting her bag though. Yeah.
You know.
Let me stop.
She was on The Shy also. I forgot The Shy. She was on that.
Well, she was out. She was. I saw a little bit of her performance on The Shy. She was out.
Yeah, she was okay. You playing Big Daddy Kane?
Damn, you can hear that shit.
Yes. Well, I actually hear it for once. I didn't know how Ronnie heard what the hell
Well,
you were playing.
I'll be having my volume so fucking low. Y'all motherfuckers be hearing my shit.
I actually hear it for once.
I should do a thing where I should play some music, and if y'all can guess the right way, I can cash
Yeah.
up y'all like $10 or some
You're
shit.
gonna give them a giveaway. You're gonna do a giveaway. Name
Well,
that song.
It depends how I am financially. Hold on.
Name-
Now.
No, I meant like if you had like a double or something, you have that was the giveaway.
Yeah.
You name that song. My
Yeah.
Christian said my only problem with the Hulu series Wu Tang show is the guy who plays RZA. Oh, he's a great actor though. I mean, he don't look like RZA to me, but
I don't care for that.
a lot of them don't look like who they playing. You know what I'm saying? Like dude that's what's his name? The dude that's playing Raekwon, he don't look like Raekwon.
And that was one of the things about the casting. It was just the flow, the timing of the. I didn't really care for the Wu Tang American Saga. I heard season 2 was good, but
Yeah, it's good, and they actually had to like the songs they play. Even though it's the Wu Tang instrumental, that's actually the actors' lyrics. It's not RZA and them lyrics. It's actually the actors playing them. That they have to actually rap those lyrics.
yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So when you hearing Can It All Be So Simple, you're hearing not Ray and Ghost. You're hearing the actors on there.
Yeah, that's what they did with the New Edition story too.
Right.
So that's what Jamie did with the whole Ray Charles shit.
Right. It's good though. It's good. I think they left it on a good cliffhanger for season 3. So
What
it's
was
like
the thing?
I can't tell you the cliffhanger. You didn't watch this show yet.
Well, just because I didn't watch this because I'm curious.
Are you gonna watch it?
I know the history of the Wu Tang and shit, so it's like
I know. But the way that I know, but I'm saying the screenplay for things that happened in it is what I like about the show. How they did it.
All right.
Are you gonna watch the show?
I'll think about it.
Do you want me to tell you what happened?
I mean, just say one word. Just say
Who
one
else have
word.
seen the show on here? I don't want to spoil it for everybody.
I only saw season 1. That's it.
Well, okay. The cliffhanger was RZA had the flood, and
I figured that.
when he had the flood, how did you figure that? I didn't even tell you until just now.
Because you told me at one point that season 3 was going to be like when they got successful.
Yeah.
And shit, and then they were recording the 36
But
chambers.
he had more than one flood though. Remember, he had more than one
Yeah.
flood.
Yeah.
But the cliffhanger was he had the flood, and he had already made the albums for the solo albums, right? And I saw the interview that Inspector Deck had with Lord Jamal's podcast. The Godcast like you call it or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was on there and he was talking about that Deck already made his album. His album was already done.
Yeah.
The original, whatever you call it, was it called Uncontrolled Substance or no? That was a different title.
To be honest, I never heard the title before.
Okay, the album was already done, and that's one of the albums that RZA couldn't save, and he had the like they took the floppy disk to like different companies to try to try to like dry it out, and he was saying that that he spent like thousands of dollars to try to like save the album and he couldn't save it. So, I mean, I don't know what other albums were lost. You know what I'm saying? Like were other albums completed other than Deck that we didn't hear about?
I want to say Master Killer maybe had an album. I want to say. I know there were songs, but I heard I know RZA's original album. I think he was supposed to come out with the original album around that time too. But
Oh wow, yeah. So they couldn't save it, and but I'm thinking like with all the technology we got now, I think they would have been able to save the album. You know what I'm saying? See, not in 95, 96 was different, but I think they would have been able to save it now. But he talked about that, and he said like how he know that he don't have a classic in his discography. That's why he always felt like he was underrated, and the fans, like he basically was saying what the fans were saying, that he never had a classic, but he's like one of the best MCs in the Wu. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt about You God. You God was underrated, but he don't have a classic album. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, but that's how it went off. So it went off with RZA was like trying to. He went in the he was upstairs with his shorty, and they heard like the pipe bust, and then like he went down to the basement to try to save the albums, and he only saved those that came out, and the others couldn't be saved. So now when we go into season 3, we're gonna see the success of Raekwon and Ghost and the members, the solo members, and then I want to see how they get together to do the double LP. At some point, they have to talk about, they have to show that, like when they all got together again to do Wu Tang Forever after the whole success of the first album.
Right.
You know, so that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I love Bobby Digital. I think that's a great album.
That's alright.
You don't like it?
It grew on me. I'm not the biggest Bobby Digital fan, but that's his best album. So
What about Digital Bullet? You didn't like that one?
I didn't care for any of his other albums.
You're not.
Bobby Digital.
Yeah.
Because it was like with that album, I'm not going to lie. It was influential. People don't recognize its influence, but
Uh-huh.
certain songs I just didn't care for. Like, it was just a weird album.
You want me to review Bobby Digital? I don't have that one yet. When I get it, we could definitely do a review on that. Cause I feel like that one is definitely slept on. Capadonna the Pillage, another underrated album. Love that one. You know.
I love the Pillage. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That was a great one.
That Everything is Everything track.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I would think. I would think that Cap was gonna be introduced in season 3, cause he came on for the double album. You know, I would think at some point they show Cap, joining them in season 3. Cause they showed Master Killer at the last minute.
Yeah, I figured because I think Master Killer was doing a bit at that time.
Right. You got in trouble. He was doing he got sent. I think he violated parole or something. He got sent up. That's why he's not on like all the songs for 36 Chambers, but he came out for Wu Tang Forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard Big Sean left good music, but it's not. I mean, I don't think he's making good music himself. So
Not a fan. I think his best shit was with Janae Aiko.
yes,
That's the only shit that I
that
care for.
2088. That's my shit.
That was good.
That's my shit.
That was good.
That's like one of the best R&B albums of the last decade. I don't give a fuck what no
Oh
one
wow.
says. Yeah.
Damn, I'm not going that
That-
far. One of the best albums of the last decade. So from 2010 to now.
Like
You talking about?
2010 to 2020, yeah.
Wow.
But when Trip came out, it was a rap.
Trip was good. Channel Orange to me is one of the best of the decade. Frank Ocean.
That might be top.
I love that.
R&B decade. Shit.
Yeah.
That one in the seat at the table.
Yes. Solange. That was a great album too.
What do you think of the Lemonade album by Beyonce?
I'm not a huge Beyonce fan. Like I love her first solo album. That's the only one I got. I did like B-Day. I thought B-Day was dope. But I'm not like a huge Beyonce fan to go out and buy her all her albums because I don't like her like enough like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Lemonade. I saw the visual version. I didn't hear the album though.
Yeah, like when people say Big Sean is just as good as Kendrick. Hell, I even laugh when they say he's just as good as Drake. I'm like,
No.
wow. And this is coming from a guy that says Drake is not even all that. Like,
and I've been in group chats where they feel like he was better than Common. I'm like, no,
that's disrespectful.
hell no,
That's
hell no. Better than Common? Nah.
Common sense.
Yes, that Common. Like no. Common got multiple classics. I don't know about Big Sean.
I'm surprised y'all know what song I'm listening to right now and shit.
What is that? I can't hear it.
That's why I turned. I was trying to see if anybody would guess and shit. But it's since it's almost over, it's a Marvin Gaye Since I Had You.
Oh, nice. Drake is overrated. I'd rather listen to Drake than Big Sean.
Same.
Give me any album from Drake and So Far Gone, Take Care, Thank Me Later. I'll listen to all of that before I listen to Big Sean.
At least Drake has a better flavor in his voice and shit. Big Sean, he just sounds monotone sometimes. Even when he first came out, like, I'm like,
Right.
And this is who y'all claim lyricist of the year?
Right.
Hell, Future's better than this nigga.
Oh god, I don't like Future either, so I could kill it. Big Sean, Future, they're not for me.
Just give me Dirty Sprite 2 and I'll be good.
Dirty Sprite, that sounds like a drink. Do y'all like Common rapping or acting? Rap, well, he good as an actor too, but I seen him a lot, and he looks like Common in every movie that he plays. You know what I'm saying? Like he hasn't convinced me yet that he's actually the character that he's playing on screen. You know, it's like just watching Common with a different actress. Like, oh, this is Common, and you know. Yes, I love Heavy D. I saw Heavy D twice. We did a Heavy D discography on my channel a couple years ago. Legend.
Did you see BMF yet?
Yes, I did see it.
Oh, this nigga Lamar.
Yo, I think is it me or was Meech like low key jealous of the relationship with the girl in B, what's his name? The dude with the high top fade?
Beanie.
B something. I forgot his name in that.
Yeah.
It looked like they were like low key. I'm like, if they sleeping together, so what? How is that affecting their money?
I think Meech is just low key. He just wants to be in control of everything. Like
You know what I'm saying? Like he have an issue with the younger brother thinking about leaving and you know raising his family. Like he got a kid now. You know what I'm saying? It's like Meech. It's like that seems to like be the vibe for Meech. Like he's just coming off like he wants to like be in control of everybody.
Shit.
You know?
No, tell me why Charles dumbass
Mhm.
Charles dumbass got on my fucking nerves and shit. Talking about, oh, we'll take $25,000. I'm like, but you don't live here.
Right. No, but I think he wants to come back, but he wants to come back to his family that he once knew. Not you know the boys going off and doing their own thing in the streets, and the daughter has a little boyfriend that ended up getting knifed up at the end by the crazy dude. And
Oh, this nigga.
crazy.
Now, Lamar was just on some shit this episode. First of all, this nigga was attacking his girl and shit. Trying to strangle his girl in the fucking door and shit.
He
like,
fucked that up.
You got me looking like a crazy nigga out here. Like,
He fucked that up, man.
then he's over here jamming to loose ends. Kills my nigga over some loose ends. Like, you guess stab.
Yeah, but Neat saying that the mom had favoritism of Terry because Terry stayed in school. But even when Terry told the parents that yo, like I've been dealing drugs with Meech, they still trying to save him. They want him to like go down south for college.
Right, but they were so quick to kick Meech out. And shit.
Yeah, they don't like Meech. Meech is the bad one. He don't give a fuck. They don't like Meech. Meech is like, I'm gonna do me. You know what I'm saying? And Terry told him, he's like, yo, like we're making more bread to pay 3 mortgages than y'all can't even pay the mortgage with 4 jobs. You know what I'm saying? He told them that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they feel like shit, but they still feel like they can save Terry. You know? And Terry, I think even Terry is having second thoughts. Like, you know, he fucked up with that college thing. You know, that his teacher did for him, and I think he wants to go to college and he wants to get out of the drug game and provide for his new baby and his wife. But you know that money calling him. You know.
Yeah, man.
Ne-
Like,
Ne-
oh, go ahead.
Boy said, "How many mics are you? Low Down Dirty Shame. I haven't heard that soundtrack in years, yo.
Yeah,
How
me
many
neither.
mics are you giving it?
I haven't heard that soundtrack in years either.
Yeah,
Like,
that's just something we would have to do.
but the movie is a classic. In my
Yes,
opinion.
I love the movie. The movie was good. Which rapper has gotten lazy with rapping? I don't know. Eminem. But I gotta hear that soundtrack. It's been years since I heard that.
To be honest, man, any rappers that just raps like everybody now is just lazy. That's all I gotta do. Because I can't even think of one person. Cause
Eminem got lazy with his rapping.
yeah, he did, but he did.
Shaniqua, what's good?
Shaniqua, what's up? What's up?
Shaniqua look good. I like your profile pic, Shaniqua.
No comment. Anyway.
Rap music is so ungodly. Yes, it is. It is not the same anymore. I definitely agree with you on that.
Hey, Shaniqua, you like the baby?
I don't think she likes the baby. She said it will never be heard in my home.
I haven't heard a caught up soundtrack ever.
Caught up. I heard that years. Man, you bringing up shit that I haven't heard in like decades, man. I heard that shit in years. And the movie was terrible.
Yeah, that movie was stupid as fuck.
Eminem got lazy with the lyrics because he's trying to do what all these mumble trap rappers are doing. Yes, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do clips week. We're gonna do Lord Willing and Hell Hath No Fury.
Who's asking about that?
Knee boy is asking for that. Knee boy asking for that since yesterday. He would the Hell Hath No Fury joint. Do anyone still buy CDs? Yes, you're looking at two of us that still buy CDs and vinyl.
What's up, Beast? Shit, man.
That will never change. As long as they still make vinyl and CDs, I will still buy it.
Look at that shit.
Yep. And that's not even all of it, right?
That's not even all of it. Well, that's all my CDs. That's not all my vinyls. My vinyls are.
I can't even show you mine because it's so fucking many. I can't even show you it. The vinyl's in back of me. Some of it, not all of it. Yeah, we're gonna get Regis. That's why I decided to have like the clips a week. We're gonna get Regis thoughts on Lord Willing.
Hey, hey.
You know.
Boy, you act like just because. Whoa, yeah, shit.
Give him the smoke because I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Shit. I think y'all just mad because I didn't like Miss Jackson from Stankonia. Y'all just mad about that. Y'all just mad because I like the question song over that song. Y'all
You said a lot of crazy shit yesterday.
Yo, yesterday I was on Ted yesterday. Yo.
Oh, hold on. B said I'm 14 and I buy CDs and my friends think I'm weird. Then they're not your real friends then.
Hey, Beast, I was 12 when I started collecting CDs, man.
And I was like 5-6 years old when I started buying records. So.
Yo, whenever you come to my channel, you're family, man. You're not weird. We all ourselves.
Exactly. You might be able to come on here with us and show off your new pickups.
Hey, my homeboy Q, he likes Omarion albums and shit.
he like everything Pac.
Well, I have Shaq's first album, like that.
Oh, like, and I threw that away. So.
we even talked about Nelly here, like.
Oh my lord.
We talked about Nelly, John Coltrane, all that shit.
Oh man. How estimated CDs y'all got? I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's in the hundreds, man.
Man, I feel like it's more than what I think it is. That's why I don't. Cause I
What
still have
rapper
the other
can?
CDs without the cases too.
What rapper came up with a lazy album cover and concept? Shit, a lot of the album covers now are lazy. Look at Donda. That has no
Hell,
fucking album cover.
look at Drake's and Meek Mill's album cover for the recent albums and shit.
Yeah, I didn't like those. That's Drake's album cover is terrible. Sam is funny. It does, man. It's not the same on digital. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't read album credits on streaming. You think Garrett and Gentlemen are gone? I don't know, man. The Giants. I don't know.
Ronnie, Soul to Soul or Loose Ends. Ooh, Loose Ends.
Soul to Soul.
Ooh,
Yes. I love Loose Ends too, but Soul to Soul, they were dope for me, man.
Soul,
They just hit different.
Soul to Soul. We have to talk about club classics, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's the R&B classic.
You heard people say Prodigy got lazy with lyrics. When?
I heard people say
Never.
that too.
Never. I don't feel like he addressed the Jay-Z beef properly like he should have, but I don't think he ever got lazy with his lyrics. He was still dropping classics after Infamy, you know, the album with Alchemist, Albert Einstein, that's a classic. One of his last great projects. He was great lyrically on that album. You know, HNIC too. I love that album. Underrated. He sounded great on that album, and he was like in and out of jail at this time.
Right.
I don't ever feel like he was lazy with his lyrics.
Hell yeah, hell, we collect books here too, Beast.
Yeah, books, DVDs, all that. Figures. I got figures and all that.
Video games.
Video games. Everything that a collector collects. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
it's like we're just ourselves and shit.
Yeah. So don't feel some type of way because you're still buying CDs in this era. You got to be yourself at the end of the day. If your friends can't understand that, then they're not really your friends. I still got friends that buy CDs. So
Boys to Men is now a duo. What?
are they? Who left the group?
Let me guess. Wanye? Sean?
What? I didn't hear about that.
Yo, they should just end it. I'm surprised they're still
Wow.
going on, man. Like,
They left the who left the group? Shaniqua said, "I love me some Lionel Richie." Yeah, Lionel Richie is. We talked about Lionel Richie on
yeah.
here too.
I fuck with Lionel.
Yeah, Dancing on the Ceiling. Great album, even though it was a little poppy for me. I prefer the other album after that one. Can't Slow Down, classic. Wally Gibson said Mobb Deep is phenomenal, definitely. Top 3 duo for me. Nathan left the group?
Nathan was the one with the glasses, right?
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Like I said, I'm surprised they're still going on.
How are they gonna do a versus and it's only two members now?
Jodeci still got their members, Sips T.
They do, but I mean, you know, Devontae he's still having issues,
Right.
but
I
it's
heard, I
still
heard he was getting better.
oh, he's getting better. It's still
I
4
heard.
members in Jodeci though.
Right.
They're gonna end up being like 112 when 112 did the verses against Jagged Edge and it was only Slim and Mike was there. Yeah, Lionel Richie is great, man. A legend. That's crazy. I didn't even hear about that. Anton said, "Do you think R&B is lost nowadays?" Definitely. It's not the same. It's like you got singers trying to rap, you know, or they trying to do both, and I don't get it, man. She said Shaniqua said the 80s will always be my favorite decade. I'm an 80s baby. Definitely love the 80s music. Especially 80s rap. It doesn't get enough praise. It's always about the 90s. You know, 80s R&B was okay. I prefer the 90s R&B and 70s. I think 70s R&B was great. That's really like what like that decade is like really what's missing from R&B is like the 70s stuff.
Hey, yo, Gibson. Lionel was one of the only ones on Motown to leave without getting his money screwed over and shit.
Right. You
Hell
listening
yeah.
to Ray Charles?
Hell yeah.
Ronnie, so you listen to Ray Charles. 60s R&B was good too.
Yeah, 60s was my shit.
Yeah.
To me, the 70s R&B to me was just, it was just black
Yeah.
expression at its finest, in my
Right.
opinion. I feel like with 80s R&B, I didn't mean to cut you off my phone.
No, go ahead.
80s R&B, everyone was just, like I said, after Thriller and Purple Rain, everybody was on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Then once Control came out, it was
Right. Right. Let's do what Janet doing.
it's like another Jackson. Oh my god.
Yeah. We can't handle Michael. Now we got Janet to worry about.
Then Jermaine looking like, do
Right?
what you do,
Right?
what you did, what you did.
Jermaine is like, what about me? What about me?
I'm a Jackson too.
Right?
But you know what album I think was the perfect introduction to 90s R&B? Like Deadass. Fucking Boyz II Men, Cooley High Harmony.
Yes. That was great. Great
Yeah.
album.
But the reissue and
Mhm.
the reissue too, because people
Yes.
forget End of the Road
Mm-hmm.
was not on the OG copy.
Right. It's evolved, but what has it evolved to though? We're not getting enough R&B soul singers. It's just like they just throw out an artist and they're just doing whatever is trendy now. And then like next year come and you don't even hear about them no more.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If you look at the alternative R&B and shit like that, Sonora, all that shit, I fuck with that shit. I'm
Right.
not gonna lie, but what the mainstream is with the Chris Browns and the Trey songs, and
Right.
the
And
Drakes,
they can sing, but is I feel like Chris Brown's not even relevant no more. He's just putting out albums now just to put it out. You know what I'm saying? Trey Songz can sing, but will he ever be a R&B legend? You know, I like her. I think her is putting out like some of the best music.
Yes.
I think her album this year was great. You know, and she's going against the grain, and even when it comes to her appearance, she's not trying to show a lot of skin, and I think she's great. I think she's a great artist. And I think she's gonna go far.
Yeah, hers my shit.
Yeah, the '80s music was definitely. I was like a real. I loved a lot of the pop music from. Even pop music is different now compared to the '80s.
Pop
You
music
know?
is just factory made.
Yeah. It's too many one-hit wonders now than it was back then.
Right. Hey, yo,
Beast.
what you think of that artist named Black?
The dude from Atlanta.
Yes, 6LACK, that nigga.
I try to listen to him. It wasn't nothing different from him though. I'm like, I've heard this before. The Beast said, problem with my generation is nothing is original anymore. Everyone just copying each other and doing what's woke. Exactly. They're just following whatever's trendy. That's what the artists are doing. What is the worst R&B album? Oh wow, ever? I don't. That's hard.
Tisha Campbell's Tisha.
Oh lord. The worst R&B album ever.
Push. You got to push.
I never heard that Tisha Campbell album.
Don't. If you want to laugh, you can listen to it.
Oh no. Is it worse than the Raven Simone album?
Oh. Well, Missy vote for that.
Right.
Yeah, it is just as bad.
It's worse than that? Oh wow. The Black album that we talked about, the first one.
Oh,
I didn't like
God.
that. Did not like that. They picked the right singles, but the album overall, I didn't care for it.
Oh baby, bring it all
Yeah.
to me.
That's another one I threw away. Actually, I had that. I remember getting that from Columbia House and throwing it away. Did not like that. Moonflower was good.
What's good, Moon?
The 80s birthed the second British generation.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
Especially Sade and Miss
Yes.
Ends.
Yes.
They were doing that real soul music and shit. Like,
Right.
matter of fact, let me. Sorry, Diana.
Musical Youth. Remember Musical Youth? Pastor Dutchie?
Pastor Dutchie, yes.
Yes. Classic record.
I hated that song they did with Donna Summer though.
Yeah, I didn't like that song.
Hated
Wasn't that from a movie? That was from a movie, right?
Yeah. That Fly Me. I was like,
I remember that
and I love Donna Summer, man.
Yeah,
like,
great. The Disco Queen.
yeah, the real. Well,
Yes.
her and Sylvester, the real queen.
Right.
Aha,
Yeah.
Sam. I was listening to Diana Ross, not the Supremes.
Wally said 80s represented the 70s, the tail end, a lot of synth electro. Yeah, definitely. You playing Sade now?
Yes. You know she wrote this song about getting head, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your Love Is King?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Why didn't she just have like a raunchy title for it?
I like songs where it's nasty but it's mysterious at the same time. You
Right.
know, that's the best kind of song.
A B said I got to leave now. I have school tomorrow. Bob Brothers, great stream. Thanks.
Yo, peace out, Beast.
Keep buying those CDs. Don't care what your friends gotta say.
And get them vinyls too if you want.
Yeah, get the vinyl too. What is the worst album with trap music? I don't know. I don't listen to trap, so you gotta ask Reg about that.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
I don't know.
Anything by Rich Homie Quan.
Oh Lord. Yep.
And
Doesn't sound familiar.
That the album where Young Thug wore a dress and shit like
Oh
that.
wow.
Yeah.
Was that the Jeffrey album? That's what it's called.
Whatever that bullshit.
Jeffrey?
I remember when that shit came out, everybody was like looking at him. But it's funny how that Ken Brook motherfucker wore a dress. It's like niggas pick and choose who they want to appreciate wearing a dress these days. I just realized that. Like, no, I'm being serious.
Right.
Like, when Caitlyn Jenner wore a dress.
Yeah, but she had a sex change though.
I
Kid Cudi wore a dress on Saturday Night Live.
yes, good example. When Kid Cudi wore a dress, he got bashed.
Right.
But if somebody like Lil Nas X, he's praised upon and shit, you know.
Right.
And I have nothing against Lil Nas X. It's just that I have attention with media picking and choosing who they want for the guy in the dress. Like every month I see a nigga in the dress these days. It's crazy. I can't keep up. It's like, what the hell is going? Is this a new trend? Like what's next? Y'all niggas gonna rock panties in the pantyhose now? High heels now? Like y'all...
they want us to look like full-fledged females. I think that's what it is.
Let me tell you something. I'm a blue jeans nigga, okay?
Right.
I'm a t-shirt, blue jeans sneaker nigga. Suits, fedoras, nigga.
Pretty soon, joggers are gonna be extinct for us. We gotta start wearing skirts.
Nah, I'm good on that. Like, and that's one thing I would never do. Like, never wear no women's clothing. And I see niggas doing that shit just to do that shit. Like, I see niggas painting their nails. I'm like,
I've seen that. Like,
what the fuck you?
I have seen that.
But
I have seen that. I have seen that online too, on Instagram.
But then when y'all masculinity gets threatened, y'all get mad. I'm just like, well, what do you fucking expect?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's like me. That's like me, like fucking wearing high heels and shit just because I want to feel tall. And then I have fucking niggas coming up to me saying if I want to have a good time and shit. Like, what do you expect this shit? Like,
What do you think?
That's like me getting a fucking weave and shit like that, and then having everyone ask me if I watch Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's going on with this generation. Is this a lot of bullshit going on?
I know what's going on with this generation. They let reality TV raise the fucking kids these days. That's what's going on with this generation.
Yep.
Back in my day, I didn't have Flavor Flav raising me and shit.
Shanika said, "There's too many men with eyeshadow and painting their nails." Yes, I've seen that on Instagram. I've seen that. I've seen people that I used to talk to on Instagram with their nails painted, and they're guys. Okay.
You know what I?
And Reg, if I show Reg a picture, he gonna be like, yeah, we know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's embarrassing.
You know what I fucking hate? These fucking black comedians on YouTube acting all like feminine and shit
Yep.
like that just to get streams.
Yep.
I'm looking at myself like, why you acting like this? And you have a fucking girl and shit. You acting like this and shit like.
Yep.
And then the girl's more masculine than these niggas.
Yo.
Like I'm a Hennessy drinking nigga and shit. You won't catch me doing some shit like that. That's the problem with niggas today. They mix their fucking drinks and shit. They don't drink liquor straight these days. That's why these niggas are acting all like shit. That's why niggas need to start drinking more liquor straight these days.
Moonflower said, "What do you think about B.O.B.'s music? I like his first album, and you know it was mainstream as hell. But that's when he had his big hits, and the second one was not that good. He tried to duplicate it, and everything else after that was bad. So to me he's only a good one album nigga.
His music is death row music.
Is what?
Death row music.
Death row music?
Yeah.
What you mean? You mean like if you kill yourself, that's the last thing you want to? Oh man, you stupid.
No, Sam. I'm not bashing anybody, Sam.
I agree, Shaniqua. We not talking about Sam. Sam is excluded from that. We already know what Sam is. I'm talking about like people that are supposed to be straight and they're painting their nails in like different colors. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just talking about niggas trying to act gay just for media attention. That's what I don't fucking like.
Exactly. And that's what I mentioned that about the whole Lil Nas X thing. Like if he's doing that to gain a following, I think that's whack. I don't think you should be using anybody's sexual preference to gain a new crowd or whatever. Like if you're straight, why are you acting like a gay man?
Like and this is what I call me crazy. This is what Bill Cosby was talking all his career about and shit like that. How you have like a lot of black men and shit like that accepting these stereotypical roles and shit. But I know a lot of people don't want to hear Bill Cosby, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that.
Wow.
But I'm being dead ass.
I understand what you're saying. Yes, I agree. Antoine said I got musical youth. Yeah, I have the 12-inch single for Pastor Dutchie on vinyl. That was dope.
Like, I just don't understand niggas like y'all you guys have these sexy ass females, but at the same time you want to be like Adam and Noah. It's not Adam and Eve, it's Adam and Noah and shit. Like,
Right. Brother Encino said, hands down, blame T.I. even if he's been in the game for over 15 years. People consider T.I. early trap, but he did it good. You know, I fuck with T.I. I've always been a fan of T.I. stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the shit hasn't been good in years. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that you hear now on is just terrible.
Yeah, everything after Paper Trail was just like, well, minus Trump.
I'm not even talking about T.I. I'm just talking about like the whole what trap has evolved into since T.I. That's what I mean.
Yeah, trap in the 2000s, like Jeezy and all that shit. I like that. But then once Future, everyone tried to be like Future and shit. That's when I didn't like it.
Shaniqua said, I want a man to be a man, not a woman. I agree. I'm pretty sure a lot of women agree with you on that.
Like you a straight nigga and shit like that, but you want to wear a dress, but you get mad when your masculinity is threatened.
Right.
Close, Sam. Sammy Davis Jr. Haha.
The same crew.
I don't understand when, like Kevin Hart for instance and shit, motherfucker cheating on his wife, but then he gonna wear a dress on SNL and stuff. Like, where's the logic in that?
Right.
I don't.
What about his mixtapes? What about whose mixtapes? Who you talking about? B.O.B.? I haven't listened. His mixtapes. I think I heard like one mixtape. I haven't heard nothing from him in years.
Like I'm an alpha nigga and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I take control of shit.
Do you think Kanye says outlandish things sometimes? I do feel like that.
Absolutely.
I do feel like he's done that for attention.
I feel like he uses his mental illness sometimes
Yeah.
just to
Promote an
get
album and
famous.
all that.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I peeped it, and I don't like it. I
Yeah.
fucking don't like it because you have all these other motherfuckers that struggling with it, but then you over here making a mockery, like renting out a studio, and then just rushing your fucking album just to beat out Drake. Come on, nigga, like
Right.
get the fuck out my
I
face.
just feel like at this point in his career, like Kanye could sell anything. It's like, why do you need to do unnecessary things to get attention just for your new album or your new sneaker coming out? I just think it's unwarranted.
Like every time he goes through a personal issue, oh, I got an album or song. Like
Right.
fuck out my face.
Right. So he went on TMZ and created a whole scene just to promote Pablo. Like that didn't make no sense. Was
You
it? Well, not
literally.
it wasn't Pablo. Was it Pablo that came out at that time, or was the other one, the Wyoming album?
It was a Wyoming
Yeah,
session.
Wyoming album. Right.
Like you literally upsetted a whole entire race and generations that listen to your fucking music just
Right.
to promote your fucking soapbox.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
And he doesn't need to do that. He can drop an album tomorrow and people will check it out because it's Kanye. I don't feel like he needs to have fake attention or a fake drama going on just to like sell just to stream an album.
Shanika made a good point. Bill Cosby and R. Kelly really did let us down. I love R. Kelly and the Cosby Show, my favorite show. Yeah, I mean, I tell you what. But at the same time, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like the whole mute Kelly, mute Cosby. But at the same time, y'all still want to praise Elvis when
Right.
Elvis was with Priscilla when he was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all still want to praise John Lennon. Y'all call him a peace-loving dude, but Lennon was the motherfucker beating up wives, beating up waitresses and shit.
Right.
Yeah, look that shit up. But
Right.
like I said, I get what you're saying and shit. But I hate when everyone say, "Oh, we shouldn't listen to R. Kelly," but y'all can still listen to like all these motherfuckers that beat their wives and shit. Hell, James Brown beat on all his wives and shit. I don't hear no one saying mute James Brown.
What's up with all these B.O.B. questions? Yes, B.O.B. is pop. He's a mainstream artist.
Right, I want to talk about real music and shit. Like,
Why are we talking about B.O.B.? I don't understand the fascination with B.O.B.
I
He had
want to
one
talk
good
about.
album.
I don't want to talk about Bob.
He had one good album. I don't understand.
Yeah, one good album.
Yes, he had one good album. He's a Jadakiss. He had one good album.
Okay, you know what? If it's not B.O.B., it's Jadakiss.
He had one good album. Like I feel like we should discuss his one good album or something. How many people are gonna watch that? I would be surprised if you get a lot of views for that album review.
Yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis. Don't even get me started on Jerry Lee Lewis. Yo, David Ruffin beat on Tammy 202 allegedly.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't know what these people are doing in their private life. Like Bill Cosby was doing that for years, right? There could be somebody that's out now that people are praising, and then like 20 years down the line, we find out that they were doing the same shit.
You know what? The whole Bill Cosby shit, I have a lot of reservations. I feel like people are saying shit that they want to say. You know, back in the 70s, a lot of women were drugging themselves too, but at the same time, it wasn't. I'm not saying it was a good thing, but some of them stories were fabricated too, and a lot of them females did come out saying that they did fabricate some of them stories. Beverly Johnson was one of them.
Right.
So that's why I'm kind of like, a lot of that shit was just.
Let's say Oprah was we found out 20 years from now that Oprah was running a hooker ring or some shit. You know, extorting hookers from Russia over to America. And how would people look at her then? You know what I'm saying?
They'll probably think that Stedman has something to do with it. The same way how everyone's looking at, oh, Will has something to do with Jada acting out and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Will was just Will. Hey man, to me, I just feel like I don't know why you'd want to marry somebody that want an open relationship anyway. I just feel like he set himself up doing that.
I don't understand why if you're unhappy in a relationship, just fucking go and shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Don't
exactly.
don't make a mockery
Right.
of my sanity, and don't make a mockery of my love for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because he could get any woman he wanted to. You know.
And then you have this motherfucker Future talking about, oh, I'd rather hang with Jaden than Will. Like, who the fuck asked you your opinion? Like,
I saw that.
every fucking time these niggas, every fucking time one of these niggas like Future, they go through these relationship issues. They want to talk mad shit about everybody else's relationship,
Right.
but they didn't want to talk about their own motherfucking tea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, who the fuck asked you?
The same dude that cheated on Ciara, and he hooked up with Scottie Pippen's wife. Like, it's crazy.
The same guy that let Lori Harvey go to Michael B. Jordan. I don't feel like you should have the right for fucking relationship advice. Like, nigga, you lost Sierra. Like, so you lost Sierra. Like, I don't feel like I should be listening.
And he's still mad about that.
He's still mad about that.
Well, she wasn't gonna wait around forever, so
shit.
You know.
Shit, that's why y'all rarely see me in a relationship, cause I be putting the Mac down and shit.
He more mad about it than Bow Wow. Bow Wow, when they broke up, he wasn't as mad.
See, Bow Wow just Bow Wow. Let me just say that he over here beating on strippers and all that.
This is what I say, Wally. I'm like, people forget celebrities are people too, so they're gonna make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the way I saw R. Kelly in concert, so I can't erase the past because of what he did. Like, yeah, he whatever he did, it was fucked up, but I still love the man's music.
Yeah, man. Like Big Pun used to be on his wife. I still fuck with Big
Exactly.
No
and people don't even bring that up. Why is it R. Kelly getting smoked, and when Big Pun was sitting there abusing his wife, nobody still talks about it.
Biggie used to beat the shit out of Faith and Lil Kim too. Like,
crazy.
You look so good. I'll suck on your dick.
That's the one lyric people remember from that song.
Right. Exactly. That wasn't even his line. That was Richard Pryor line and shit.
Right.
Me and My Bitch was one of my favorites already every time.
Yes.
Oh, that is one of the most, that line by Biggie though. You won't hear Pac say that line and shit.
Exactly.
Like, shut the fuck up.
and how many people got Big Pun in their top 10 or top 5 all time, and he was abusing his own wife. I hear nobody talk about that. It's about R. Kelly though.
Big L said shit about AIDS and HIV patients.
And gays. How many times he mentioned the word gay on his first album? And we talked about that album. How many times? It was like a bunch of times he talked about that on different songs. You know?
Oh shit.
He used them like a part of his metaphors and punchlines. Nobody says anything about that.
I like Kelly, like ain't got that love for you, honey.
I still love R. Kelly's music. I still got his albums. I saw this man in concert, so he's a great artist. He's a legend. What he did in his personal life, he gotta live with that. Which album? I'm talking about the Big L first album. Like he mentioned gays in his punchlines a lot on that album, on different songs. You know, nobody talks about that. If Eminem comes out now, when Eminem was sitting up there on his albums and gay bashing, it was a big issue. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't he give that smoke to Big L when he was alive?
Because Big L was underground. You gotta remember that shit.
Yeah, but he was on a major label, Columbia Records. That's as big as it get. You know.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's say you saw some sexy twins, right?
Uh-huh.
Would you have a threesome with both of them and shit? Just ask.
I have a feeling low key you about to do that. Is that gonna be a birthday present?
Nah, cause you know that picture I sent you with Hallie dressing up as Janet Jackson?
Right.
I was like, yo, that's too sexy. I was like, both them twins. I won't mind. Like,
no, are they of age?
Yeah, like
they're okay. They look young as hell to me.
Chill.
I thought they were like still teenagers. Are they even 21?
No, they're on grownish. They play college kids. Like,
no, but I'm saying they're real age. Are they like 21?
But I'm looking it up right now. Like,
You don't even know.
chill.
Oh man.
Just to make sure. Just to make sure and shit. Yeah, they're of age. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it was still wrong though. You know what I'm saying? Just because nobody said anything, but why is it when Eminem did it, they were quick to attack Eminem?
Because he was a white rapper on
That
and you know,
that should not be an issue though. Eminem already done proved that he can hang with the best of them. That should not be an issue still. And I heard the shout out to your boy Mark.
yeah.
I was on his live stream last night and he did a episode like on Friday talking about that, like is Eminem what Drake said he's underappreciated? What is he talking about?
I feel like Drake should just shut the fuck up because Eminem has gotten his accolades, his praises,
Exactly.
his Grammys.
How is
He's
he
the best-selling rapper, if I'm not mistaken, next to Tupac. So
Right.
how the fuck is
Uh-oh.
he under
Don't tell Q that. You gonna have a fit. Don't tell him that.
Tupac.
Do not tell him that.
Oh shit.
He's probably jumping out the window right now as he speak. Because you mentioned Tupac and Eminem together.
Tupac.
I don't think Eminem is a GOAT. My issue is the fact that it's still an issue with his color because he sold millions of records in our culture, but the culture is global now. Okay, Drake is not fully black. People need to remember that. He's half white. And he's at the top of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay for Drake to get a pass, but when Eminem comes along and sells a couple mil, it's an issue. Oh, I can't bump Eminem because, niggas don't bump Eminem in the clubs. So what? Not every artist. Big L wasn't bumping in the clubs. What song does Big L have that they were bumping in the clubs? They wasn't bumping in the clubs like that.
All I heard was Big L, rest in peace. That's the closest Big L song I've heard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not every artist that was out, unless you was on Bad Boy, your shit wasn't being bumped in the clubs like that. When was the last time they bumped the OC album in the clubs? Never. You know what I'm saying? Or Dilated Peoples. Never. Jurassic 5. Never.
Thank God.
What you mean, thank God?
I don't fuck with them groups.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm trying to make an example. I'm like, not every artist, like, for people to say, oh, well, Eminem wasn't being bumped in the clubs, there's a lot of other artists that wasn't being bumped in the clubs.
Man, I heard Eminem in the clubs hella times, man. Like,
but they're talking about from his own albums. You know what I'm saying? Like anything from Slim Shady LP or Marshall Mathers. I'm talking about those.
yeah.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
People wait, when I was like in the clubs here, they play real Slim Shady sometimes here.
Right. But,
Right.
I'm like, yo, I know people that were bumping M religiously. 20 years now, we're in this whole Black Lives Matter movement, and people want to front like, oh, well, I don't listen to Eminem because he's white and this and that. What difference does it make? Vinny Paz is white. Everlast and House of Pain was white, and they got a pass. So how come it's okay for Everlast to get a pass, but not Eminem?
Michelle like Run the Jewels though.
Run the LP is white. He's not black.
Can't
you know what I'm saying?
Nobody fuck with me.
Nah,
I'm on one.
I don't know why. My whole thing is like this. You need to be worried about your own legacy. Don't worry about Eminem's legacy.
You need to worry about making a good album.
You know what I'm saying? Eminem is solidified already. Like, he's going into the Hall of Fame. I don't know about Drake. I don't know if we can say that in 15, 20 years about Drake.
Well, I feel like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is already going to a downhill, so
You think he's gonna get in?
Yeah, because they put anybody in and shit like this year was one of the best because they had a lot of black artists, black artists,
right,
and shit like that. Emphasis on black. Rage Against the Machine was.
But we're not. I'm not going off for what social media. I'm talking about like just the music. You know what I'm saying? Eminem don't need to be played in clubs for him to be a dope ass artist. You know what I'm saying? If anything, he was one of those artists that was trying to get away from his stuff being played in the clubs. Now it's like he's trying to conform to that whole everything that he despised back in the day. He's trying to do it now for radio play, for streaming or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't what he was about. Coming from Rap Olympics, he wasn't about the radio play.
Esham, yeah, he was the early influence on Eminem.
Exactly. When the last time did a club play Esham Anadis music? Never.
Man, they're scared to touch that music.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't get
Ooh.
people's logic on that. Oh well, he wasn't being played in the club, so that's why niggas ain't fuck with him. I'm like, that's totally untrue.
Speaking of Nodis, I'm gonna play my favorite Nodis song. I'll be surprised anybody who gets this right, yo. But yeah, even with Nodis too, man. Like a lot of people even say like they were just
I
mostly famous in Detroit and shit too.
I get it. Yes, the machine. Yeah, but that same machine worked for Kendrick. It worked for 50 Cent. Are they pop artists? Is Kendrick a pop artist? Is 50 Cent a pop artist? That same Dr. Dre machine worked for all those other artists, not just Eminem. You know what I'm saying? So it's still coming down to the millions that he's made and his skin color. And you can't blame him if he's just a dope ass artist. You can't blame him because he sold millions. Like, yeah, Black Thought could have sold millions like him, but he didn't. You know?
Yeah, but they weren't good club songs.
Again, no, I don't even like those songs. Those were like singles, and I didn't like those. But I'm saying it's like, if is it all about him being white, or is it him about selling millions? Because if it's him about him being white, why all the other artists ain't getting that smoke? Vinny Paz, Slain, Ill Bill, Everlast, House of Pain, they all white. Logic, well, I think Logic is mixed. But how
Oh
come those,
yeah.
LP, he's white. How come they never got that smoke like Eminem? If you talking about the records, then say, okay, I don't like Eminem because he sold millions of records compared to my favorite rapper, Jadakiss or Black Thought. Because that's what it's really about. Because he can definitely hold his own with Black Thought lyrically. You know what I'm saying? He could definitely hold his own lyrically with Jadakiss or Styles P. I feel like this is still Vanilla Ice fault, yo. I think we're still dealing with the aftermath of Vanilla Ice. And I thought that was over after Eminem came in and proved itself, but it's like it's that same elephant in the room is coming back.
Yes, Antoine, we almost lost Detroit.
All right, now let's say Big L didn't get killed and he was still here and he signed with The Rock. He would have been a commercial artist. And then how would y'all feel about Big L then? Would y'all still have that same type of despise for him like you do for Eminem? You know what I'm saying? So it's like people have to be honest about it. Like if you don't like Eminem, tell me why. Is it about the millions of records that he sold, or is it because of his skin color? Because I need to know. Because the fact that I'm hearing black people say, oh well, I can't, they didn't bump Eminem in the club. When the hell was Eminem ever a club artist? That's what I'm
You
trying to
better
figure out.
lose yourself.
All right, good night, Shaniqua. Thanks for being here.
Good night, Shanika.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. When the hell was Eminem a club artist? I don't ever remember him being a club artist like that.
But
If you tell me Big Sean, that's one thing. You say Drake, that's one thing. But Eminem was never a club artist to me.
I'm about to end this at 1:30, by the way.
Yeah. I need to know the answers, Sway.
Hell
Encore
no.
ever?
Hell no.
Encore? You thought Encore was a club album? What's Encore? Encore ever? No, I don't feel it.
What is a club album like? I'm just
I was the dudes on your boys live stream was saying that they wasn't fucking with M because the club wasn't bumping him. But when was he ever promoted as a club artist, as a mainstream artist like that? He's on a mainstream label, but he wasn't deliberately coming out with mainstream records like that. When you listen to The Way I Am, that's not a mainstream. That's not a club song or Stan. You can't play that in the club.
black people won't be fucking understand this shit. They're like, what the
You know
fuck
what I'm
is this?
saying? It cannot just be me that thought Eminem was a dope artist because he's just a dope artist and it has nothing to do with skin color. I cannot be the only one.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
You know what I'm saying? What song did he have that was a club joint? My name is, that's not a club joint. You know, so I don't understand that whole logic.
Guilty conscience.
No, that's not a club joint. That the shit that he was doing, like them, even when he was coming out with those singles like Just Lose It and Real Slim Shady, they wasn't playing in no fucking club over here. You know. I think we lost Reg. That's just funny to me, yo. Yeah, but I could appreciate that. Like my issue is his music now. But I'm talking about like when he was in his prime, like he was one of the best, and it had nothing to do with the color of his skin. Now maybe because of the color of his skin, he got more promotion. I could see why people would feel like maybe that's why they don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But if we just going off of his skills, he definitely is one of the best. Without what he could have been purple, he could have been green. Just based off of his skills alone, he definitely is. You know, on my Mount Rushmore. I don't know about everybody else. But Recovery. A lot of people don't even like that album though. That White Trash joint. A lot of people don't even like that album.
The fact he has a song called White Trash.
And that wasn't even a good song. I did not like that song. But I mean, they wasn't playing that in no club unless he was in a club in Alabama or some shit.
Oklahoma.
Or Oklahoma, they were, you know what I'm saying, they little, like, small clubs, maybe they were playing that. They wasn't playing that shit up here.
You think there's black people in Montana?
There's black people everywhere. What you mean?
I'm fucked up right now. I ain't never met a black person in Montana, that's why.
Me neither. But I'm pretty sure there's a black person out there.
Anyway,
I don't feel like he's past his prime. I feel like he's trying to be relevant with the music that's out now, but I don't feel like he's past his prime. If he do an album with Alchemist right now, that shit would be fire.
I agree.
If he do an album with Damager right now, that shit would be fire.
But he's picking up all these stupid
right.
ass shit. He's
doing this shit on purpose. It's not like he's lost his touch. He's doing it on purpose to stay relevant, which I don't feel like he needs to do. It's not like he just lost his marbles and said, "Oh, I'm gonna start doing fucking trap and mumble rapping." Nah, he's doing this shit on purpose.
Like LL Cool J's later albums.
Right. Exactly. Yes. I agree.
It's like sometimes these motherfuckers, like I said, I hate when they phone shit in. No, I like when they going through like a bad contract, trying to burn up a contract. Oh, I just dropped some bad album. Like, so
yeah,
you
but
just want to ruin your legacy and shit. Like, okay.
Yeah, but he hasn't. Well, I don't know. Is he going through like the last years of his contract? Is that why he's putting out this crap?
I was talking about LL.
Oh, LL. I'm talking about Eminem because we still on the whole Eminem thing, and shit. God forbid Eminem gets inducted next year to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but people will lose their mind.
Especially over like a lot of other motherfuckers and shit.
Oh man, this Eminem thing is just crazy, man. I feel like he is a GOAT. I feel like he's a legend. I love his early stuff. I don't like the shit that he's doing now, but I feel like he's doing it on purpose. But I don't feel like he's lost his touch. I just feel like he's just trying to stay relevant, and I don't think he should do that. But the fact that this whole notion that you know African Americans feel like, oh well, I didn't bump Eminem because he wasn't being played in the club. A lot of artists that, if you were a real hip hop head, a lot of artists that you fuck with wasn't being played in the club. That's my whole point.
Well, I ain't never heard Most Def in the club.
Exactly. You know Miss Fat Booty. That's probably like the only song.
One song.
You know what I'm saying?
But it had to have booty in it, of course.
Right. But most knew what he was doing with that song. He was trying to get radio play with that song. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a song like Mathematics, they wasn't gonna play that shit because he's kicking knowledge. They ain't gonna play that shit in the club. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of like Treacherous One. When was the last time Treacherous One got played in the club?
Now I heard "Step Into a World" at a club.
The one song. Did BDP ever get played in the club? No. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane. When was the last time? And he did radio shit. When was the last time he got played in the club? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta like throw out that whole excuse about, oh, we can't support Eminem because he wasn't being played in the club. That makes no sense. You know, just come out and say what it really is. You don't like Eminem because he's white or he just sold too many records compared to your favorite rapper who just went gold. That's what it come down to. You know, but people are not gonna say that. But that's really, I feel like that's really the issue. You know. Even now though, it's not even a decade thing. Even now, like, you know what I'm saying? How, does Griselda get played in the club?
Nah.
How many? And there's Griselda heads everywhere. They don't get played in no club.
Hell, I like Tyler. I never heard.
They're not even household names yet. They're still not household names yet. And as much publicity and praise that they got, they still not household names yet. It's not even about the decades, because even now there's many artists now that's not getting played in the club. You know what's getting played in the club? The mumble shit, the trap shit. That shit gets getting played in the club. You know what I'm saying? Not Griselda, not Rock Marciano. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the MOP never got played in the club, and the one track they played was Annie Up. That was it. They ain't play nothing else, and we have to wait till what? Annie Up was what, 2000?
And they played a remix and shit.
Yeah, because Remy and Busta was on it. They didn't play nothing else from MOP in the club. Cold as Ice, they didn't play that shit.
Firewind Squad.
You know? Stick to Your Guns. They wasn't playing that in the club. You know. How about some hardcore? They wasn't playing that. They played that on radio. They wasn't playing it in the club though. So it's like it ain't even about the era. It's just like, yo, like I think people making excuses for why they don't fuck with them. Pharoah Monch, the one song they played was Simon Says. The one song from him that they played in the club was that. You know, and it's like that. I think it's unfair. Like we don't use Black Lives Matter because of your hatred for Eminem. Because if you're sitting up there talking about, oh, you don't listen to M but you listen to fucking LP, and they're the same race. They're from the same type of genre. You know. We're just different because I grew up on many different artists from different genres that were different races. I could care less about their if they're white, black, Indian. I don't care about all that. You know what I'm saying? Like we grew up on Lisa Stansfield is white. She's not black, and she sounded like a black singer. And nobody ever gave her smoke because she was white singing R&B. Am I lying, Reg?
I ain't never heard no smoke.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it's like people picking and choosing who to support. I think that's whack. You know?
Right.
Sam Smith is white. He's from a different country and doing R&B. I ain't never hear no smoke for him.
Actually, Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie Mills don't like Sam Smith?
Yeah, cause She said some shit like he doesn't make good R&B and he didn't like
Wow.
his cover of Michael Jackson's song, whatever. I don't know.
What the hell? Yeah, she bugging. She's bugging. So Stephanie is a legend, but I disagree with her on that.
Yeah, my friend don't like Stephanie Smith. Cause like she said she disrespected his friend's mom or some shit.
Oh wow. Online?
Nah, it was like I think one time in concert. I don't know.
What the hell? Crazy. George Michael, exactly. George Michael, Culture Club, David Bowie, all artists I listen to. I got their vinyl. No, nobody ever gave them smoke for being white.
Freddie Jackson gave George Michael smoke.
You did? Oh yeah, you told me that shit.
Yeah.
Freddie Jackson, Mr. One Hit. Freddie
No,
Jackson?
Mr. Three Hits.
Wow. Freddie Jackson? What did he have a crush on George Loki? Maybe that's what it was. I think he had a crush on him. Cause he's bugging. George Michael was a legend.
George Michael was an influence for a generation. All Freddie Jackson was known for was rocking people tonight.
Okay, so when no, but I'm saying when did they ever? And I'm not talking about everybody. I'm saying when did they ever really feel M like that? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about when he was in his prime. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I hear people say in his prime that he was making whack music or his shit wasn't being played in the club. That's an excuse. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about Eminem now. I'm talking about Eminem 1999 and 2000s Eminem. Because he was one of the best that was doing it. You know, he was outselling Jay-Z.
Yeah. Well, I'm not the biggest Freddie Jackson fan. I'm just gonna be real with you. I know he had hella hits though, but I only like 3 songs from him. To be real.
Ed Sheeran is a dope artist, Q. I love Ed Sheeran. Again,
Yeah.
no, I hear no type of smoke for Ed Sheeran because he's white, and he's done collaborated with a lot of different trap artists. You listen to that collaborations album. He had Travis Scott on there. A lot of his own favorite artists are black artists that he did collaborations with. How come I hear nobody give him smoke?
I don't like Ed Sheeran.
You don't like a lot of people that I like. You don't like the Clips. You don't like Ed Sheeran.
No, I like the clip.
Oh, you don't like Lord Willin'. Oh God.
I don't like Lord Willin'.
Oh Lord.
No pun intended.
Right. You know. Yeah, but I'm not hearing that though, Vinyl. Like those same people was fucking with M in '90s. Those are the same people now that's saying they don't fuck with him because his shit wasn't being played in the clubs, and I think that's whack. Because they know they were fucking with them with M 20 years ago, and now it's like, oh, I don't fuck with M no more because he's making trash music now, and you know people ain't really. I couldn't bump M in my hood. Like, you worried about what your hood was thinking about? Why you care about what your hood was thinking?
Your hood don't give a fuck about you and shit.
You know what I'm saying? I can't bump M in the hood because my neighbor's gonna look at me weird. Fuck what your neighbors think. You know.
Anyway. I'm gonna call it a night and shit, cause I gotta wake up and ready to get my car inspected. Fuck it, on my birthday. Yeah.
Right, that's crazy.
Right. Thanks to you, DMV. But anyway, so a few announcements I want to make. This Wednesday, we're going to talk about the Stooges Funhouse album. I'm gonna go a little.
You like their album though, right? I hope I like their album. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I hope you like the album
yes.
too.
I probably won't. Thanks to you and Sam, I probably won't.
Like I said, it's punk rock and jazz.
Okay, that should be interesting.
It turns into a jazz album in the second half. Like,
does it?
Literally,
wow, interesting.
It sneaks up on you like dead ass. Like, but that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to. I cannot really wait to talk about this album because, like, this is like literally one of my top 10 favorite rock albums.
Is it good, Sam? He said he heard it already.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like this I really cannot wait to talk about this album. Yeah. Like,
I gotta hear it. I feel like y'all playing a trick on me. Like, I'm not gonna like it. So.
I feel like if there's one track you would like, it's 1970.
Okay.
Okay, but Sunday it's gonna be the AZ's Do or Die 2. Probably my second favorite hip hop album of this year, behind Kings Disease 2.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going there. I mean, but I still have a lot more hip hop albums I gotta catch up on, so that might change. Try hopes it will.
I hope.
Sometime next week
Hmm.
is George Benson's Breezing album.
Okay.
Gonna go back to a little jazz.
I like Adele too, Wally. I think Adele is a dope singer.
Overrated.
Wow.
I feel like she gets praised because she's a big woman who goes through heartbreak. And
She's not big no more. She lost weight.
Well, yeah, she lost weight, but she's still going through heartbreak because she went through some relationship issues months ago, and all of a sudden I said, "Oh yeah, this album's gonna be big."
That's what happens in life. You go through heartbreak.
That's what happens in life. Every damn album you don't go through heart. Mary J. Blige didn't go through heartbreak every album and shit. Like,
To me, Mary was at her best when she was on drugs and liquor up.
and I hate when people say that.
But it's the truth.
No more drama.
You look at the albums.
Were just as good as Share My World and Mary. I hate when people say that. Oh, she was on good when she was depressed. I hate when people say that.
It's true. When she was fucked up, she made her best shit.
Okay.
She need to go back and being fucked up. So the same as T.I. Need to go back to jail to make a classic.
I have a question. Was Prince at his best when he was not a Jehovah's Witness though?
I don't know whatever he was on Jehovah's Witness though.
Like Rainbow Children, like the 2000s Prince, like when all that.
I haven't heard those albums yet. I heard people say that it's not his best shit though.
Okay, bad. Okay, well, when was Nas on his best when he was with Khalees though?
No, he wasn't. Nope. You already know how I feel about those albums.
Like I hate when people say, "Oh, I want Mary to go." Like even when she was going through her little divorce, everybody was happy for the woman when she was going through a divorce and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Just for a good album?
They expected, we expected, but I don't think Mary's ever gonna go back to that point where she was.
Exactly. The same way Jay-Z's not gonna go back to that drug talking shit.
Right. And now we got to settle for 444 Jay-Z.
Y'all want this nigga to sell some marijuana. That's what y'all want.
Yeah, come on, just a little ounce. A little ounce.
Niggas got so happy when he was doing that whole dispensary shit.
A little brick here and there ain't gonna kill you.
Shit.
You got the money to afford to afford getting out of jail, so a little brick.
Speaking of Jay-Z,
I
I gotta watch that Western. You know that Western he's coming out with on
yes,
Netflix?
that's going on Netflix, yeah.
I'm like, Jay-Z's coming out with Westerns now?
Well, he's not starring in it. He's just like producing. I think he's on the soundtrack too.
I'm like, okay, Jay. Like, you got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Westerns now? Okay.
Yes. Eric, what's good?
Yeah, damn, Eric, I was just about to leave and shit.
You said you was waiting for Eric to come on also.
That I did say that. I did say that.
Eric should have been here for this epic Eminem conversation because I do not agree with what's going on with him.
I tell you what, I'm gonna send Eric the link. I'm about to microwave my food and shit.
Okay.
And I'll be up and down and shit because I didn't have a chance to eat since this afternoon.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, get your birthday grub on.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I do not agree with the Eminem bashing. I think it's unwarranted, and I think if people feel like if it's a race thing and say that if it's about him selling millions of records, they should say that. It cannot be, oh, I don't like Eminem because they didn't bump him at the club. Because we can be here forever talking about how many artists they didn't bump in the club.
All right, back. Yeah, that's crazy.
M is trash now. Yes, I agree, Vinyl. But I'm not talking about him now. I'm talking about the people that felt like in his prime they wasn't fucking with him because he wasn't being played in the club, or they were worried about what they people's think in the hood. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about right now. If Nas' discography was just post-Illmatic, what do you mean? Like if Nas didn't have another classic, then just Illmatic, I think he would have been a dope artist. I don't care about the record sales and as long as the music is good. You know what I'm saying? That's what I care about. And again, I've said this many times. Nas has many classics. He has more than one. It is not just about Illmatic, and he chooses to not celebrate his other classic albums, and I think that's a mistake that he did on his own, because the same way that he celebrated Illmatic, he should have celebrated It Was Written, he should have celebrated I Am and Stillmatic. Those are his classic albums to me, and even Godson I love, and he did not do that. It's always about Illmatic. So of course mainstream America that's coming on to Nas now and they don't know his other stuff, when they look at Illmatic they'll be like, oh well, that's all he's good for is just the one album. and that's totally not the truth, in my opinion. I don't think he's a one album artist. You know what I'm saying? But he did that on his own because he should have been celebrating all his other classic albums. Yes, yes, I agree. But there's a lot of people now that feel like it was written is better than Illmatic, and that's something I didn't hear in '96. Did not hear that from anyone. Everybody was saying Illmatic was great. 20 years later, you hear people love it was written more than Illmatic. So, 30 years from now, they might be saying Nostradamus is his best shit. I don't know, man. It just comes with the times and the generations. Everybody got their own, classic album. A classic is a classic, man. I don't feel like classics have changed over time. You know what I'm saying?
What's goody?
But when have you heard people say, I think Jungle Fever is the only classic album Stevie Wonder ever made?
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? I've never heard like if it don't apply to Stevie Wonder, why should it apply to Eminem or anybody else? Can Eric hear us?
What's good, Eric?
Yo, what's up, y'all?
What
What's
up?
up? How y'all doing?
Alright.
Man, chillin', just got out of hibernation. I seen y'all alone and shit.
Yes, sir. I was like, I did wait. I did want this nigga to come on for a little bit.
Bad is a great album. That's a classic. I don't think it's better than Thriller, but it's definitely a great album.
Yeah, that's a classic for sure.
I feel like Dangerous is better than Bad, low key.
I love Dangerous too. That's underrated.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I
Yeah,
love that.
nice too.
I love that Dangerous is getting more love these days. I love it.
Right.
What I missed when I was gone.
I'm just talking about M.
Oh,
I just
man.
what I want to know what Eric feels. How do you
These,
feel about Eminem though?
I feel they put in a lot of work, and a lot of motherfuckers is hating on him because he white. And
Exactly.
if y'all niggas wanted to be good rappers, y'all need to actually put in the fucking work.
Right.
Since y'all talking about this dude, man, y'all don't got nothing else better to do. Like, okay, he don't make the same music like he used to. A lot of these motherfuckers don't make the same music like they used to make
Right.
somewhat good music for this generation though. But
But and then it's like another excuse is, oh well, he had the Dr.
Eminem's
Dre.
trash. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
He
Like,
he
some
had
of the
the
shit. So,
right. My bad. My bad. Go ahead.
nah, keep explaining, brother. You keep explaining. I ain't saying that.
Now I was
Nah,
saying
nah, you keep explaining. Then I say
I was
something.
I was saying another excuse is that well he had the Aftermath in the scope promotion machine behind him, but so did Kendrick, so did Anderson .Paak, so did G Unit, so did D12. Everybody, even the firm wasn't even on Aftermath, and they had a promotional machine behind that album, and it still didn't sell. So it's like you can't keep coming up with excuses of why you don't accept Eminem. That's my whole issue. It's like, yes,
Yeah,
Eminem is white. Who cares? He's white. So what? Like, have we not gotten over this already? I don't understand.
and let me say something about that too, man. A lot of white rappers are better than some of these niggas out here that's rapping now. Like, hip hop is universal.
Exactly.
Like, and all of us is black on here. Like, all
Exactly.
of us don't want to listen to niggas rap all the time. I want to listen to different motherfuckers rap. Like, hip hop has got to a point that anybody can do this shit now, and
Exactly.
you can see that by a lot of these garbage motherfuckers out here now.
Right.
Like, come on now, man. Hip hop has moved on to
No,
a point now that any motherfucker can do this shit.
exactly.
Like, little kids can be out here spitting bars and
That's
shit.
my
Like,
whole point. Mac
if you
Miller.
niggas wanted to cancel Eminem,
Mac Miller was white, and he was collaborating with every black artist.
And he was putting black artists on too.
Exactly. Why he ain't getting no smoke?
Because he did.
Well,
shit,
I'm saying before
Eminem
he
put a
passed
lot
away.
of work in, man. Y'all talking shit about that man. He done gave us a lot of contributions to hip hop. A lot of these
Yeah.
niggas ain't even doing that now. They
Exactly.
ain't helping some of these artists come up
I
and
will.
do shit.
Listen. I will listen to any Vinny
Most of
Paz
these dudes
or
don't need.
Slain
Most of these
album.
motherfuckers don't even need to rap.
I will listen to any Vinny Paz album over a Future album with Big Sean. I don't care. Cause he's just a better artist than Big Sean. You feel me? So it
I
ain't about the
listen to
color,
a
man.
Insane Clown Posse album more than what some of these niggas be rapping about.
Let me tell you. I listened to the new Limp Bizkit album. You know they came out with a new album
Yeah,
today.
I listen to everything. Y'all niggas need to
Yes.
stop this shit.
Limp Bizkit came out with a new album on Halloween.
They still exist?
Yes, they came out with a new album and it's fire. And I will listen to Limp Bizkit before I listen to Big Sean or Future.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I fuck with Limp Bizkit. I fuck with them.
I don't like Fred Durst.
And he's rapping again on this album too.
I don't give a fuck if Stevie Wonder plays a piano on the album and shit.
Yo, I'm just saying in general, like I will listen to Limp Bizkit before I listen to half of these motherfuckers that's out now. You know what I'm saying? Good music is good music. It shouldn't be about his race or his sexual preference, and who cares? Yeah, he's still rapping. He's rapping on a new album. You got DJ Lethal produced like some songs in there. Beastie Boys, exactly. Reg, I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, Echo shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Beastie Boys is dope, and they're white, and I never heard no smoke for them. And they worked with black artists, Biz Markie, Q-Tip, Run DMC. Like, come on, They did shit with Nas in the past.
How about
Prince
now?
Paul. Yeah, I don't hear it.
Okay.
It's never been about color. It's never been. Like, how many times I gotta keep? I'm like, bro. I grew up listening to fucking New Kids on the Block. They were never black. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that fucking race thing out of hip hop, man. That shit is fucking up the genre.
I agree.
What happened to Eric? Oh, there you at.
I'm back, man. The shit that kicked me out. And you right, Try, man. You motherfuckers need to stop this shit. Anybody can rap now. I mean, you're gonna be a lot of garbage niggas from any race that want to rap. I mean, look at the snitch from New York with the
Right.
rainbow hair. Y'all let
Right.
that motherfucker rap. I
Exactly.
mean, look at Little Yachty, this nigga from Atlanta. Y'all let this nigga rap. Why y'all like
Mm-hmm.
canceling him?
Y'all
Y'all
Exactly.
let y'all
worrying
let,
about fucking Eminem and
y'all let
shit.
Nick
Leave that man
Cannon.
alone.
Yep.
Y'all let Nick Cannon rap, man.
Exactly.
Y'all
Can't even.
niggas let Nick Cannon make diss tracks with about 850 people. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all wasn't saying nothing about that when he was out here making these garbage ass rap records. Y'all
But
was
y'all,
boosting his head up.
but nobody bought Big Boy Planet's second album though. But I'll keep my mouth shut on that.
Hey.
Nah, shit. Nick Cannon wish he can go right about them, motherfucker. Fuck
But,
Nick Cannon.
but
You
y'all
had the
bought.
nerve to go up against Eminem. Fuck you. You knew what it was when you was going up against him, man. You
But
knew
the
he wasn't gonna respond to you.
house nigga mentality.
And
I
let me and let me just and let me just say something about that. You knew damn well Eminem wasn't gonna respond to you.
Right.
He got a whole list of fans. He had a whole he had assassins on YouTube that was making numerous diss tracks about Nick Cannon. Way better than any of them fucking diss tracks you put out.
Crazy. Crazy.
Man, and let me say something for them two bitches on that Joe Budden podcast. Be talking about Eminem don't need to be performing at the Super Bowl. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. You got 4 black people on the fucking Super Bowl, and y'all worrying about Eminem performing.
Exactly.
Like, we got bigger and better things to be worrying
Exactly.
about in the world to be trying to cancel some fucking Eminem. Leave that man alone. The motherfucker
Right.
can rap. He
Exactly.
put in a lot of work to be in hip hop. He done paid he done paid his dues. A lot of these niggas ain't paying their dues now. They
Yep.
ain't going out there and showing their skills as a true MC of the game. They ain't doing that. You motherfuckers just saying anything on these records. Y'all niggas out here wearing skirts. Y'all niggas out here doing this whole shit. But y'all had the nerve to try to cancel some fucking Eminem. I don't agree with
I
everything
have
the dude done music wise, but he
and
done put in a lot of work.
I have never seen so many people in denial about one artist. Like, oh, I don't bump Eminem no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that's almost like me. Like, yo, how many times I come on there and said like, yo, I supported Hammer and Vanilla Ice without no problem because that's what it
Yeah,
was. Okay,
music was
so
different back then, man.
exactly. I'm so many people now is like, oh, I can't bump Eminem no more. I used to bump Eminem. I can't bump him no more because I'm worried about what my hood thinks. Who cares?
I don't give a fuck about what these hood niggas think. The world is bigger than a fucking hood. You niggas be talking about nobody don't bump Eminem in the hood.
Right,
Motherfucker, he's a worldwide artist. You got different people from different races listening to this dude, man. Just like you got different subgenres now in music from different genres. Everybody ain't gonna listen to the same thing. If you
right.
don't like listening to Eminem, shut the fuck up and listen to
Exactly,
something else. Damn.
exactly.
Everybody got an
But
opinion. Everybody, it's just like assholes. Everybody
if
got one. Damn.
if you put but Eminem don't people feel like you don't belong on Mount Rushmore with Tupac and Eminem and I mean and Jay Z. Why not? He was just as successful as all of any of them, if not more.
Y'all want to talk about everybody else and shit, and there's only a certain amount of people that has gone diamond in their career. If you want to
Exactly,
talk about hip hop albums, Jay Z, as good as he is, he ain't never did that. If
exactly.
y'all niggas want to talk about the greats, and when it comes to selling records and shit, he ain't
Mhm,
never did that.
mhm. Yep.
And I like Jay Z. And
Love him.
the thing with this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame shit is how you gonna put Jay Z in before a lot of these monumental rappers from the '80s? That just
Because
don't make no sense.
because
That's my issue too
I
with
know,
the Jay
but
Z.
like I said, just like verses, it is all about popularity and hits.
Yep.
And a lot of those underground rappers, like Dilated Peoples, are not gonna do a verses. They're not gonna be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going for popular artists. They're going for the mainstream artists that white America can relate to, like a fucking Jay Z and a Tupac.
It took it took LL Cool J about five some fucking times to get in. I was surprised they ain't put him in when he before he fucking died. Like the
Nope.
shit don't make no sense. Now you just want to put
P-
this kid in,
artists like EPMD and Gangstar will have to wait for the hip hop museum
and
to get their flowers.
he was saying that in his press conference on LL Cool J. He was like, man, a lot of these dudes didn't sell a lot of records, but they put in the work,
Right.
to definitely be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And
They
that's the shit that pissed me off.
versus is like that too. They're going for popular artists. They're not going for the underground artists that we may think like, yo, they can do a versus. They're going for the popular artists. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and they
So it's gonna be when it comes to the West Coast, we already know who they're checking for. They're not checking for Far Side. They're not checking for those underground artists on the West Coast. The Southern
yeah,
artists too. They're going for the big selling Southern artists. Young
it just it
Jeezy,
just
Rick Ross, Ti.
yeah, it just ain't about these niggas that done sold records. Some of these dudes that ain't sold a lot of records been making better music than these niggas selling
Right,
records. Like
right,
y'all niggas need to be fair.
right,
Like when you motherfuckers do this shit, cause y'all definitely need to show love to the '80s, and y'all definitely need to show love to Midwest artists. It ain't just about East Coast and West Coast niggas.
exactly,
This shit ain't regional no more. I don't
exactly.
see why the fuck y'all be trying to make this shit regional.
Mm-hmm.
And I get tired of you motherfuckers out here just be saying shit about the dude M, man. The
Right.
motherfucking can rap. I don't give a fuck if he's
E-
white, black, green. I don't give a fuck if he was the color of a pack of Skittles. The motherfucking can rap. Damn.
even yeah, but even if Eminem felt like part of the reason why he sold records was because he was white, that doesn't how does that explain for Slain who never went platinum or Vinnie Paz, La Coca Nostra, they never went platinum. So
Hell
they've
no.
always been underground. So that kind of like I don't believe that. I just feel like he was a dope ass artist and they knew how to promote him.
Tech Nine can rap his ass off, but none of his albums that never went gold or platinum.
Exactly.
But he's still out here having hella
LP
success.
is LP is white. He never went platinum.
Shit. Y'all want to talk shit? Y'all want to talk shit about ICP? They done had a couple of gold and platinum albums. Some of
Right.
these niggas can't even do that. So what the
Right.
hell is you talking about?
Exactly.
And that was an
And
independent label.
and they have a huge fan base.
Should you build your fan base so you don't have to worry about that shit?
Right.
You motherfuckers want to talk about M ain't this, M ain't that, but shit, damn, leave the dude alone, man. He put in a lot of work. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't doing nothing for hip hop. A lot of you niggas just pissing and shitting on hip hop. Y'all niggas just out here just to get the clout, man. When y'all niggas ain't out here trying to put in the work or even bring up the history of y'all forefathers in hip hop. This dude be giving props to a lot of these dudes, man. Like he be putting in work, man. He was up there at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with his idol LL Cool J having fun, man. You know how much
Right.
you know how much that felt to him to be up there with his idol that he
Right.
grew up with. A lot of
Right.
these niggas ain't gonna do that. They so in tune with their ego that they don't want to show respect to their elders and shit.
Right. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Again, like when we look at Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Eric B. and Rakim, is Rock and Hall of Fame gonna recognize them? Cause I don't feel like they are.
They don't even recognize Shaka Khan and Rufus. I'd be
Right.
surprised if they recognize them. They
Right.
don't recognize Sade. They don't recognize Evelyn Champagne King. They don't
Right.
recognize a lot of these people.
Right.
I'm surprised they recognize Janet Jackson. They had a big old fuss about that. I'm like,
Right.
shut, get the fuck out of here. She's Janet Jackson. Damn.
Right. We gotta support our own. We gotta support our own
Yeah,
artists.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
I I support anybody who, and if y'all niggas felt that way about white artists, stop using these motherfucking samples. Then stop using
Exactly.
these classic samples from the '60s, '70s, and '80s
Mm-hmm.
in y'all fucking records. If y'all
Mm-hmm.
felt that way, don't use no Tina Marie
Right.
records, motherfucker. Don't use no Madonna samples.
Mm-hmm. The
Don't use none of
police.
these motherfucking samples. Don't
Yep.
use no Toto samples neither. I don't
Yep.
want to hear you motherfucker using no Poor Georgie samples, motherfucker. Don't be using
Right.
none of these samples if you motherfuckers felt that about white artists and shit. Don't be talking shit about the Beastie Boys neither, because they rock and roll Hall of Famers and they had more classic albums than some of these niggas
Right.
put together in this generation. So what is y'all talking about? And y'all talk about white artists and
The
shit.
hip hop museum gonna have to salute all of them because we
Definitely,
need our
man.
own museum. We need our own Hall of Fame. Cause Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ain't doing it.
Y'all want to talk shit about Vanilla Ice? Y'all niggas wish y'all could sell 5 million records right about now. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
Ice
I
Baby my
bought
shit,
Vanilla
nigga.
Ice. I bought his first album, so I'm
Mm.
not guilty about buying it because
Y'all,
that
y'all,
shit was hot back then.
y'all can say what y'all want about his album, but that dude can still do world tours right about now
Yeah.
off one album.
Yep.
How
Off
many of
one
you
album.
niggas can do that right now?
Right.
Going to different countries and selling out shows off one song,
When when
Ice Baby.
when was the last time Chi Ali did a world tour? I'll wait. And I love Chi Ali first album, but he only got one, and he been out of prison for a couple years. He still ain't dropped no new music.
What about, don't forget Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby Smurf, exactly. He just came out of prison and he still ain't dropped no music yet.
Hot nigga been froze like a Sub-Zero blast from Mortal Kombat. Ain't nobody thinking about that nigga. You was a gimmick rapper, motherfucker. You was hot when you was hot. You went to jail, then you cooled the fuck down. Like the way this shit going, these niggas is fast food rappers, man. They don't last that long, man. I get tired of
The
you
game's fucked
motherfuckers
up,
talking
yeah.
shit. I get tired of you niggas talking shit about just one artist. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Leave him
Right.
alone, man. He put out one album of a year, then he go back in his motherfucking cave, man, and just chill.
Yep.
Like, I can see if this nigga was all in the videos, dancing, Diddy, all doing all this extra shit, but he ain't that type of dude. He didn't know that he was gonna be this famous.
Right.
Like, he just wanted to rap, but it just blew up.
Facts.
He didn't know that. And I think that like once you get big and all the success and stuff come to you, it's like a big deal, and he wasn't expecting that, you know. So
Right.
the motherfuckers that out here they just be saying hella shit about Eminem. You can say that about a lot of garbage ass niggas out here that put
Mm-hmm.
out trash ass albums. But y'all niggas don't say that. Oh no, man, that shit fire, man. M can't do this, man. M got two diamond albums. You niggas wish y'all can go diamond right
Yep.
about now since y'all
Yep.
niggas want to talk about numbers and shit.
Yep.
Sell 10 million records, motherfucker, before y'all niggas start talking about shit.
He could have went wood. I just think like his music was great at that time. He was one of the
Yeah.
best to ever do it. You know
Everybody
what I'm
have their
saying?
time, man. Everybody have their time. Everybody ain't gonna be hot forever.
Yeah.
But y'all gotta listen to the music. and you know just go back and listen to his stuff, man. Cause I feel more his shit more than most of these niggas out here now. Cause they talking about the same shit. They ain't saying nothing.
You know.
And that's in it, and they're just not in hip hop.
And
It's like that in R&B sometimes
the
too.
the thing is, and I see collectors doing this. It's like, especially on social media, they might see, one collector get Griselda shit, and they want to get that too because, oh, you might not be a fan of Griselda like that, but because
Yeah,
your homie's a collector, you want to be able to say like, yo, I got that Griselda album too, and they don't
just
know
just
what
to
damn
show,
Griselda record,
just to show the shit off and
just to
stuff,
show the
man.
shit.
And I don't know their music like that, so I can't say nothing about
But
Griselda
at
like that.
least you honest though. You honest about it
Yeah,
though.
I ain't
You know
finna
what I'm
be out here
saying?
faking the funk. I got new vinyl records out here now that I ain't probably listening to, but I know about it. I know a
Right,
little something about the artists and shit. But
right,
no, a lot of these niggas just be showing shit off that they don't even be fucking knowing about. I know about Rihanna's Anti album because I've been
right.
trying to get that
Oh
for
yeah,
years. So
great album.
I'm gonna know about that shit. So
And I wasn't a Rihanna fan when we did that discussion. I told Reg, I'm like, I don't listen to Rihanna, but I like that album.
Right.
You know
yeah,
what I mean? I'm not about to go out and get all her damn discography now though. You
I got
know?
most of her shit now. I got
Right,
most of her vinyls now. So it wasn't good for me to break the fucking bank on that fucking box set. I was better off just buying the albums individually because I got
right.
them like hella cheap at certain times and stuff. So that was better
Exactly.
off for me. These niggas
I
just so
agree with you.
fucking sensitive these days, man. And that's why those two bitches from that Joe Budden podcast got their shit canceled. That's what you get for talking shit, bitches. Talking all that shit about Eminem, talking about he was a token white up there with
Wow,
four black artists. Like,
crazy.
man, get out of here, man. Nobody who look at the who really look at the
Dog.
Super Bowl halftime show for y'all to be making a big deal about it. Like it will if it
And
was
and
all
you
niggas up there, y'all wouldn't have been saying
and you
that.
know what's crazy? When he performed in the Super Bowl, he's probably gonna get the most views for that, just for his performance there. He's probably gonna
Y'all
have the
wasn't
most
saying
views
that.
for that.
Y'all wasn't saying that about the weekend last Super Bowl when he did his performance and he
He
paid
was
fucking
dope.
money out of his pocket to do
I
that
loved
shit.
his performance. He was dope. You know. You know what I'm saying?
You
It's
niggas
like
is so sensitive, man.
when you look at those BT ciphers, Eminem killed those BT ciphers, yo. He killed those ciphers. Those were like fun to watch. I'm like, that's a
Go
real
back
cipher right there.
go back and listen to the Invasion mixtape and see what the fuck he can do and see what
Yeah,
a true MC be sounding like. And
yeah.
so and he was showing his skills on how to diss a motherfucker that didn't
Right,
have no chance of going up
right.
against him.
Took out
Y'all
took
niggas
out.
put out shit. Y'all niggas put out shit that y'all think is album worthy. Most of the time, that shit be like mixtape songs and shit.
He
Y'all was
he
better.
t-
I was just putting out a
he
mixtape or an EP.
he
Most of
took
you
out
niggas can't even put out an album.
he took out Benzino in the source, and I didn't hear nobody back then saying they tried to make it a black and white thing back then because they knew that he was right. People wasn't fucking with the source at that time, no anymore.
And plus, ain't nobody fucking with no nigga with no neck who do OnlyFans Pornhub videos and
You
shit.
know what
So
I mean?
get the fuck out of here, man. And y'all niggas can't have no magazine and be putting y'all album in the magazine and be giving it 5 marks when y'all know it's fucking gutter weed. That shit don't work like that. Like y'all can't be doing that.
Man,
This nigga put his album in the source 5 mics. Like
right.
look at that shit, man. Like if you
It's
look at some of
trash.
those albums that y'all was doing a review on
Nah,
from the source and the mic ratings, y'all know damn well that shit didn't deserve no
trash.
5 mics. Like get the fuck
Trash.
out of here.
Terrible.
Just, but listen, y'all, I'm about to get ready to getting ready to do some papers and homework before I go to bed. But this has been real as fuck. Eric, thanks for stopping by and
Yeah.
shit.
You welcome,
Salute.
man. I'm glad y'all said something about this shit, cause
Yeah.
a lot of these niggas, y'all just need to calm the fuck down with this whole anti-hate Eminem shit. If you don't like the dude's music, just leave him the fuck alone. Damn. I don't like the Migos no more. Do you see me talking hella shit about them? I mean, I
I
like
don't
their
like.
earlier work, but shit. I don't like Drake neither though. I like some of his older work, but
You
Yeah,
don't,
shit.
his older shit is
you
fire.
don't see me
Yeah.
going. Oh, he's only famous because he's Canadian. You don't see me doing that
Right.
shit.
Right.
A nigga got somewhat skill to have a fan base. So I mean
Hmm.
anybody can be famous now. You put out one song and you niggas can be viral. Like I said, you niggas is fast food rappers now. Let's see you motherfuckers be around in the next 10 to 15 or even 25 years to have any relevancy.
Right.
Let's see
Right.
you niggas have that when y'all want to be talking about some fucking Eminem and
Yep.
talking about he need to get out of hip hop. The dude is hip hop. A lot of motherfuckers is hip hop. A lot of these niggas ain't hip hop now. So when you niggas out here talking shit about somebody who paved the way for a lot of dudes who inspired generations and generations of people from different races to want to rap and MC and take rap seriously, lyrically, and put they all in their music pen wise. Y'all niggas need to get y'all facts straight before y'all be talking about niggas and shit. If you don't like them, shut the fuck up and move on. Damn, it's something else out there for you. Just get the
Yep.
fuck on.
Yep. I
Right.
agree.
Definitely, man. Other than that, yeah, man. It's like I just feel like this music should not never be based on what the color of your skin is or what your hood represents and shit like that.
Right.
But anyway, mm, hope everyone has a good night. Um, definitely see y'all Wednesday. See y'all at Trust. See y'all at
All right.
Eric.
Salute,
All right,
bro.
man. Good job.
All right.